All right. Let's get it going, shall we? I think we should. What do you guys think? Should we get the stream started? Or should I just like sit here with a black screen the whole time? What do you guys think? Yes or no? What are we thinking? How is it going, everybody? Oh man. Let's get this thing going. I'm still waiting to hear. Should we get this stream going or no? Should I just leave? should I just have the stream be like a minute and a half? That'd be pretty interesting. I think that might be the most funny way I could do it. But all right, let's do it, shall we? How is it going, everybody? We are here. We are live and a minute early, by the way, for the US versus Sweden quarterfinals matchup. I am both incredibly excited and incredibly stressed for what's about to happen over these next couple of hours. But we are going to be here live reacting to everything. So make sure you guys hit that like button. Say hello in the chat if you haven't already. We got Leif in here. We got Fantropo. We got Aidan Rids. Good to see you as well, by the way, man. Long time no see, actually. It's been a while. We got Tommy. We got Ismiwar. Actually, is the... I don't know why the chat isn't updating, but I'll get that going in a second here. Let's see. Should work now. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hopefully we'll be all good to go for the rest of this. But how are you guys doing? We are here for US versus Finland. It's going to be an intriguing game because we have a lot of new additions. The big thing is that Cole Hudson is back in this game, which is such a huge revelation for this US team that has had a really tough time defensively. We'll see how much it's able to aid them. But Cole Hudson being back is such a big W. So I'm so happy. Let's see, just in case, let me just make sure. All right. Yeah, the live chat is good on the side there. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Let me know if you guys have had a good New Year so far. I know last time we talked, it was 2025, which is strange, but now we're into 2026. How's everybody's New Year going? I gotten some good time off, good opportunity to mess with family. But hopefully you guys are doing well today. We are going to be having a very good game here on our hands. I mean, US versus Finland is always good, no matter what the situation calls for. So we'll see. But Aiden says USA got to lock in. Cameron, so like NHL Network has been playing the Switzerland Czechia game. Yeah, I've been on the NHL Network feed, and it's really strange to me how they're not doing that at all. They're doing like all this Winter Classic coverage, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anybody cares. It's a cool idea, but also I just would rather watch the World Juniors. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the Winter Classic is always hit or miss for me now because I always just prefer watching the World Juniors anyways. Yo, Grav, did you watch the Sweden game? Yes, I did. I tuned into pretty much all of it, and maybe tuning in like halfway through the first. But yeah, it was a really big win again by Sweden. It feels like they've just gotten better and better every single game, which is huge for them. And I think in a lot of ways that was kind of the game I've been wanting to see out of a guy like Anton Frindell. I voted for him as the MVP of this tournament, which, by the way, one thing I do want to do and set up, let me know if you guys would be interested in this. I do want to do one of either the first or second intermission of this game. I want to go back and live react to my early predictions on this year's World Juniors and see how wrong or right I was, because I haven't really I know like bits and pieces of what I predicted, but not like everything is right there in my noggin right now. So I thought it'd be a fun idea to kind of just go through that in like the first or second intermission and live react to all my mistakes. But yeah, I'm doing very well, Cameron. It's good to see you. We also got Jay Ferrara. What's going on, man? Blasting Freebird right now. So in case you were wondering, yes, I am ready for this game. Yeah, I am on cloud 9. The fact that Cole Hudson is back in this game. We have never been so back, guys. We have never been so back. So we'll see what happens there. But now I'm a little bit more optimistic than I was before. We'll get into the score predictions here in a few minutes, but I'm really excited about that. 10 shots, how is it going, man? Good to see you. Jasmine, how are you doing? Hopefully for Team USA W, same thing here. I mean, I'm doing very well. It's been a great first couple of days of 2026. I've been, again, just trying to relax as much as possible, even though that's not really... not really possible these days with the World Juniors always happening. But are you going to watch Canada versus Slovakia? I definitely like to. It depends on how my energy is by the time this game ends, and also how many folks like you want to see it. So we'll see later on how that ends up going. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing the game later on as well. AJ Spell. Ooh, Tommy with the spicy take. I like to see it. He says AJ Spellis with the overtime winner tonight. That'll be interesting considering he kind of, I mean, obviously he's been great this whole tournament, but did kind of have that penalty late in that game versus Sweden, which I think kind of got everything off the rails a bit. So we'll see if he's able to come up in a bit of a more clutch direction here today, hopefully. Riker, Happy New Year, everyone. Absolutely. Same to you guys as well. Watched some college football playoffs yesterday at Lowell, Alabama and Georgia. I'm not a college football guy, but not actually in terms of like the watching it, but I respect it. I agree. Florida versus New York could be a snooze fast, especially once the rink turns into a swimming pool. Well, that's the thing, is that we'll be indoors at the Miami arena. I just feel like the Rangers are just kind of a lame, a lame team to have. I get that they have a lot of fans in Florida, obviously, but like, I don't know, man. I don't really care about the Rangers this year. They just been kind of the Rangers are just the most sad team to me because they are so boring. And not even in like the endearing way, if there could be. It's not even like they're good and boring. They're just kind of mediocre and boring, and that's kind of the worst place to be. Gio Knows says, Happy New Year, Grav, and everyone watching. Good luck in the night's game. We'll see you in the finals. Cheers from Ottawa. Gio, cheers as well. Good luck to the Canadians tonight. I mean, the Solvacs have been a little bit up and down in this tournament so far. They've had some good moments. Guys like Thomas Shrenko played really well. So we'll see how much that's able to carry over. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Canada needs to get past the quarterfinals one of these days. Yeah. Bill Garrett. I mean, do you guys want to... We already talked about it a bit before. But do you guys want to talk about the absolute horrific decisions that are now confirmed by Team USA for the Olympics? Because... I just can't, man. I just can't. Let me know, by the way, if the music's too loud or anything. I want to make sure the stream's all good to go. In terms of the lag, that seemed to be a bit of an issue last time around, but I found some workarounds here, and we should be good to go for the foreseeable future. Yeah, we're going to get right into it here. We have 10 minutes to go until the game will probably be starting. We'll see how it ends up going. But I wanted to get into the score predictions here and really get this going because I think in a lot of ways this game is going to be back and forth. One thing I did note, though, in my World Junior Predictions live stream, or not stream, but video before the tournament started, was that initially I had in the quarterfinals the U.S. facing Finland, and I actually had Finland winning that game. Now, I do think the Finns have played very strong up to this point. Again, every team's kind of had their ups and downs, but Finland, I think, has played that kind of style that I kind of expected them to play. But you got Cole Hudson back. The goaltending, hopefully, I mean, you can never rely on the U.S. and their goaltending in this tournament. We know that for sure. But I'm very curious to know for you guys, who do you see advancing on to the semis? Who do you see getting knocked out? Because either way, there's a team with real strengths getting knocked out in this game, but also some real downsides. But I just feel like with the way the Finns play the game, the way they are able to solidify themselves, and the fact that Petteri Rippinen, who coming into the tournament was one of the most interesting goaltenders and honestly was heading in to be one of the best goaltenders of this tournament, he's also had some ups and downs, but I think he's kind of due for that unbelievable stealing a game type of performance. And I'm not quite sure how to think about that as a U.S. fan that's facing them right now. But to be honest, I think it's going to be a Petteri Rippinen masterclass. I just have a feeling that it's going to be a little bit more of a slower game, a little bit more of a physical one as Finland kind of dictates, but we'll see. Hey, Tyler with the first donation of the day says US 6, Finland 5. Don't expect good tending. Okay. Well, completely different than my prediction.
Don't expect good tending.
I appreciate that, Tyler. Can we get some Tyler love in the chat down below for the first donation of the stream? I appreciate that a whole heck of a ton. Let's get some hype for him there. Thank you so much, Tyler. I appreciate that. Let me get you now as these last donator. Poor Riker. Poor Riker. You didn't do anything wrong, Tyler. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that, man? Yeah, how's the bank notice, Tyler? Are you doing okay? Again, you and Daniel were just destroying things, blowing that entire stream up last time in a good way, and I appreciate that a ton. I hope you're doing well and doing well as well in the new year. Gavin Brindley is better than Will Zellers. I mean, I agree, but why do we have to put two goats against each other? Seats? We don't have to do that. We could be peaceful. We could love both of them as they deserve to be loved. Just relax. Don't touch my goats, all right? But yeah, Zellers has been insane in this tournament. Oh, and then Zaroogian the 279. Yeah. Riker's like, I'm on top. I'm on top.
I won't be outdone. JK, it will be 8-7 USA.
I will say this, Riker, whatever gets the US the W, I don't care if this game is 20-19, all right? Though that would probably mean it goes for like 4 hours. But even if that's the case, US win is all that matters to me right now, okay? All that matters. And we'll see how it goes, but I would be shocked if this is a game that Finland allows a lot of goals in, even if the US might win. And then Cameron with the 2! Personal draft comparisons for this year's top 10. Ooh. I like that question a lot. And of course...
Personal draft comparisons for this year's top 10?
Yeah, and if you guys have any, like, draft questions or anything, just shoot it my way. Like, 250, what are you guys doing? already this stream has gone off to... Guys, please stop feuding. No more wars, please.
You will be outdone. Riker.
Oh my goodness! And then Harley with the $5 donation out of nowhere. We have an underdog coming out in the World War. Wow.
5-3 USA Masterclass.
And you know what, Harley? So true, GOAT. So true. Can we get some Harley love? Can we get some layup love, some Cameron love, guys? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Let me now get you as the last donator, Harley. Wait. Riker, stop! I'm trying to put the last donator! I'm trying! Guys! Tyler, stop! I'm trying...
No, I won't.
Harley comes in here with the great $5 donation, and you guys... Thank you so much, Tyler. Thank you so much, Riker. Riker says, no, I won't. Tyler says, the 10.
Did it surprise you to see Wallstedt make Sweden?
Thank you so much, Tyler. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. What is happening? What is happening? Let's get some Tyler love for the 10. Holy mama. Guys, the game hasn't even started yet and we're already partying. This is insane. But yes, let me go through this as well. I mean, 5-3 USA Masterclass, Harley, I could absolutely see it. And then Tyler says, did it surprise you that Wallstedt made Sweden? Not really, considering how he's played. And quite frankly, I think it was amazing. I mean, I put out a tweet that was like, if you expected Wallstedt to be, if you heard that Wallstedt would be an Olympian a year ago when he was struggling in the AHL, I think that would be kind of wild. But no pun intended, by the way. But I've always believed in him. You guys know I've always believed in him. I just wasn't quite sure how to rate him when he was struggling last year. But hey, for the longest time, I said he was the best goaltending prospect in hockey, and how he's playing this year is proving me right in some ways there. So I love that. But yeah, let me get you as the last donor, Tyler. I appreciate that. I was going to... Man, Cameron had such a great question, and you guys ruined it. No, I'm kidding. Tyler with the question of... Or Cameron with the question of personal draft comparisons for this year's top 10. Now, draft comparisons in terms of like guys that are, you know, in the NHL. I mean, in terms of the ones that I would know, it's hard to make those... It's hard to make those comparisons, especially now, since we haven't seen the second half of these guys' seasons. But in terms of what I've seen so far, I think Gavin McKenna is very much like a Nikita Kucherov power play reliant type of player. I don't think he's going to be nearly the type of point producer that Kucherov is, nor like the just pure playoff dominator. But he's that kind of like perfect complementary piece with a great centerman where he can just like drive offense so well, especially when he, again, is given that space. He's able to make those quick decisions and just rifle it past the net or make that quick pass across. He can just be that lightning quick visionary in the offensive zone. You'll have some questions outside of that, but I think he's that type of guy that can be able to take over a game in that way. I've said it a lot before, like a Tynan Lawrence reminds me a lot about like a Nick Suzuki, like that type of two-way mobile, but always IQ driven type of center that's just balanced through the middle, great in transition. In terms of some other guys, Viggo Bjork has reminded me a lot recently of like a Josh Doan type of presence. Maybe not as Josh Doan is not huge, but I think Bjork is a little bit smaller than him. But that type of like puck protection and agility and great play in transition, like that type of just like smaller player that does all the right things, I could see that being what a Viggo Bjork becomes. So those are just a few in the top 10. I have to kind of nail that down since NHL comparables are a lot harder to do than some people kind of expect, especially for a draft like this that has some very varied play styles. But I really love that question. Thank you, Cameron. Okay, that's it for my bank account tonight. I appreciate that, Riker. You guys just being here in this stream, I appreciate that. Just that's all I need, guys. But I appreciate the donations so far. We're gonna be getting into it now in just a few minutes time with the US of A versus Finland, and I'm very curious with how this is gonna start, because for the US, they've kind of gotten off to some, I don't know. I think it'll be intriguing to see how the US start this game, because they started out pretty well versus Sweden, but then kind of had it escape from them in the end. So I'm really interested to see if they're able to score first in this game, because I think that could really determine a lot. But we'll see. Very, very curious to see how the US open this game. But they got Cole Hudson back, so you know what? We're so back. We're so back. In the end, though, I didn't even know if I actually made my score predictions official or anything. But as I was talking about with how Finland, I think, is going to kind of control the pace of this game, and how the US have kind of had some fits versus the stronger competition, I do think, personally for me, this will be a 2-1 Finland win. Now, a lot of you guys are saying US. I'm kind of surprised by that, because as an American, I have not been a big fan of the way this US team has played this year. But they still have time to right the ship. Cole Hudson being back is huge. Them changing up the goaltending is par for the course with this tournament so far, but we'll see if it works out tonight. Who knows? Moscow doesn't have this team in the right mindset. Yeah, I've never been a big fan personally, but I know some people are. I just haven't quite seen it personally. Thank you, Florian Ascon, for subscribing to the Grav Gang. Welcome, brother. It's good to have you here. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, we have a lot more World Juniors stuff to come in the future, a lot more content in the future too. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I highly implore you to do so. But hit that like too if you're enjoying the energy and the vibes of this stream. We got some fantastic beauties here in the stream today, and we're gonna be watching some good, very good hockey here tonight together. And especially with the Finns, I never want to underestimate them. So I'm scratching my arms like. I'm shivering right now. I'm stressed out. My mind's all over the place, but we'll see how it happens. You never know. And the U.S. have gotten by some pretty big opponents these last couple of years in the World Juniors, so we'll have to wait and see on that. I'm sad to think the 4-2 Finns. I mean, I think it could be realistic. I think it'll be, again, a little bit more of a lesser scoring campaign, but we'll see. So, Ludlow, it's Cole Hudson is in this game, but Max Plant is still out, which is a big blow, but I mean, every team feels like they have to face that type of adversity, so we'll see how they respond to that. Sweden looks like they're on a mission. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, Adam, but let's... It was interesting because I think Sweden kind of started out this tournament really out of whack, a bit kind of discombobulated, and then they've really been able to ramp it up. Feels like every single game they're playing a lot more competitive, a lot better at 5-on-5. Their transition game is a lot more solidified, so they kind of have this momentum that's infectious, and I'm very curious to see if that continues. But yeah, great game that they had versus Latvia, even if they needed to win that game. I think they did a good job controlling the pace of that. 8-2 to the U.S. Rippin has been pretty messed so far. Interesting, Rupe. 8-2? 8-2? Really? I mean, you know I would be the first one to love that. I feel like Rupe, I agree that Rippin hasn't been very good this tournament, but I also feel like he's due for that type of game where he just dominates. And we'll obviously have to wait and see what happens here, but I just have a bad feeling for the Americans, at least, that this is going to be a great performance by Rippin coming up, but we'll have to wait and see. This U.S. roster looks whelming. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, Taco, especially in the goaltending department. That's always been my biggest issue with them, is that it's been a bit iffy with that for sure. Hudson back. Hagens woke up. Oh, so you see a big game out of Hagens. I hope so. He was a little bit pedestrian versus Sweden. It wasn't bad necessarily, but just wasn't quite in the right spots at the right time. So we'll see if that changes here. Cameron, let's try to get to 30 likes before puck drop. Absolutely, folks. We're at 19 right now. If you can hit that like button, that would be really appreciate that, of course. But we're gonna see how this goes. Man, I just don't want to underrate. I can't underrate the Finns, guys. You know I can't do that. Let's see. Okay, just gonna make sure as well before the game actually starts here between the U.S. and the Finns that I get the word out here in the community tab. We are live. Come watch USA versus Finland. All right. So yeah, I'm going to be, I'm gonna hold my optimism, but we'll see. Oh, Harley with the 2, hopeful for a Mega World Junior Classic. Go USA. Absolutely agreed, man. Thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate that a ton. And same here. Go USA. Go USA. We'll see. And then Cameron with the 2. Slovakia is a young team, and they're making a run in 2027. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they could have a good, like, a potential upset versus Canada, even if they might not win it.
They're making a run 2027.
We'll see. Slovakia in general has been phenomenal in terms of their development, in terms of their progression as a program these last couple of years. So, hey, if they make that game versus Canada tight, I mean, that's kind of all I'm hoping for, really, when it's all said and done, because I think that's what they really need to do here. But we got 75 absolute beauties here in the stream. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We're going to be live reacting to the U.S. versus Finland. We got some big storylines here with Cole Hudson back into the lineup for the U.S. The Americans' #1 defenseman in this tournament got injured fairly early on, and the U.S. have kind of been feeling that. So we'll see if that's something that'll be able to fix itself. All right. Posted up in the community tab, and we should have a few more folks joining us there. All right, now we can get focused into this game, shall we? I'm so happy Spellacy is getting some recognition, as he deserves, Alex. I mean, Spellacy has always been a player, and I mentioned this in my World Junior Takeaways video, that he's always been a guy that you need to watch. He's kind of like that Cole Baudouin type of, like, mentality of just pure dog and a bone, pure pace, pure physicality. And with Spellacy, the speed is phenomenal. Compared to a Baudouin, where the feet are kind of the big thing holding him back, Spellacy is all just intensity all the time, and I love that. He's never going to be like a 60-point guy in the NHL, but like a 25-point guy that really is able to play in so many situations, be kind of that Swiss Army knife in your bottom 6. I see that being very realistic for him, and he's done a great job with that with the U.S. Besides that penalty late in that game versus Sweden, he's been great. Let's see. Checks up 4-2 on the Swiss team in a quarterfinal with a bit over a 15:30 gone in the period 2. Yeah, I saw the Swiss get up to a 1-0 lead in that one, so I guess it's actually been going the Czechs' way now. I thought that would be interesting, because I kind of predicted the Swiss to be a bit of a spoiler, but we'll see. I think they've always been a team that's kind of led by their systems and everything, but yeah. So in terms of the scoring in that game, we had Jonah Neuenschwander getting on the board, which I loved. Adam Juracek there. I need those fantasy points from Adam Juracek, so I appreciate that. Adam, who you got winning gold grab? Right now, I'd probably still go Sweden. I mean, I predicted them to win the gold before this tournament. I think I'm just going to ride with them and stick with that for now. But they've been looking better and better every single game. Canada is also up there. If it's like Canada, Sweden, I wouldn't be surprised. Though, is that even a possibility? I don't know. 4-3, Finland OT win. Ruhinen scores the game-winning goal. Orenko, I can easily see that. He's been real solid so far. MMBR says 4-3 US. If Finland loses, it'll be with a 2+ differential. If Finland wins, it'll be 1 goal game. Yes, 100%. 100%. That's why I had 2 on Finland as my score prediction. I just think it's way too likely that Finland just strangles this game and is able to make it a very close one all throughout. And when Finland's able to keep it close, that's usually when they're in a good spot. But yeah, it is interesting because, again, we have Cole Hudson back in the lineup. Will Zellers as well, who we talked about a bit recently. He has been brought up to that first line for the U.S., which I think is just a necessary move. He's been playing way, way too good to not be up there. Also, look, I completely forgot, Cameron. Sorry. Let me get you as a last donator here. I got you. When no one got you, you know I got you, Cameron. Hey, Jasmine, see you later. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and go USA. But yeah, in terms of the updates, again, Cole Hudson is in the lineup. Will Zellers is in the first line. We have James Higgins with Brody Zemer as well, and Zellers getting on that first line with those two. On the Finnish side, Aaron Kiviharju is back from his illness, so in terms of that defense for the Finns, trying to strangle things down, Kiviharju will be a big, big part of that, and he'll be coming back in this game, so that'll be huge for them. Friedel, 2 more goals today. Nice dirty one in the sniper. Yeah, he looked real nice, and that's kind of been the game I've been wanting to see him really have, because he's always had so much potential in this tournament. I mean, I had him as the MVP of this tourney going in, and now you're starting to see why. And if he continues to play like that, the Swedes are going to be scary for these next couple of games. Cameron, how's Nesterstol doing? I think he's been doing very solid so far. I mean, he hasn't been otherworldly, but I don't think he has necessarily had to. He's just playing very smart with his body, continuing to show how much of a puck possession game he provides and how good he is when he can make those quick decisions. And of course, the skill set when he's under pressure is phenomenal. So I'm hoping to see that continue as well. Use, welcome back. Sweden will win if they figure out their biggest problem every year, choking in the playoffs after looking really good in the group stage. Yes. It's always the problem, isn't it? And we'll see what happens there, but I don't know who it would be if the Finns win this game, but I'm just imagining Finland facing Sweden again, and that being pretty brutal for the Swedes, considering their history. I really wanted AJ's policy to be an Ottawa pick. We took Gabriel Eliasson. Yeah. I gotta be honest, like, Ottawa, I think, leads the league in the most "what are you doing" moves right at the draft. Like, so many very clearly horrible draft choices, like Tyler Boucher, Gabriel Eliasson, like Ben Roger. You can go down the list over the last few years, and they've still had some good players come out of it, of course, and that start of the 2020 draft is legendary for them. But in terms of like those "what are you doing" draft picks at the time, I don't think any team is more consistent in that than Ottawa. And we've obviously seen how those two guys have turned out. So, yeah. 4-2 Finland as the prediction from eLiaminator. Good to see you, by the way. With an empty netter. Can't trust the USA goaltending to keep them in it, and Finland will take their chances more than the US. I expect a stingy game. Yeah, absolutely same here. I mean, I see that as pretty realistic. I just see Rippinen, even if that Finland defense coughs up a couple of bigger chances, I just see Rippinen having a really, really good game, and keeping it a lot, pretty much locked in throughout the entire thing. But here we go. The U.S. versus Finland is about to begin. If you haven't already, get your score predictions down in the chat down below. We're going to be live reacting to everything here, so stick with us as we have the energy, the commentary, and everything you need to know about this game right here in this stream. But it's going to be a lot of fun with you guys. We're going to be live reacting to it all, and it's been a lot of fun in this World Juniors. It's been a crazy one, but we'll see how it continues on in this quarterfinals. Rippinen in net with an .864 save percentage, I believe. The graphic came up right out after I was saying that. And then for the U.S. is in goal Nick Kempf with a .938 save percentage in the one game he did play. But the U.S. cycling through their goaltenders, trying to find an advantage here. And we'll see if they can find their guy in Nick Kempf tonight. But the U.S. all throughout this tournament they've been shaping things around, trying to shift things, trying to make things different, trying to find different combinations. We'll see if it's able to work for them as Cole Hudson is back in the lineup for the U.S. Big time addition for them. Let's see. I mean, I am curious too to see how guys like Cole Eisman respond to this game. They haven't been great in this tourney so far, but we'll see. Potter didn't make the team, Adam, which I think is kind of a miss considering what they could have had. I think he could have been an interesting force in that middle six, but their decision. And here we are. The game is underway here between the U.S. and the Finns, and a decisive quarterfinals matchup here. Quick shot there by Hemmingen. Quick save already by Nick Kempf. Hagen's some pushing and shoving behind the U.S. net, and we'll already get some feistiness in this game. Love to see that. Cole Hudson has been disappointing so far. I mean, he's only played a couple of games due to injury, sadly, but obviously the hope is that he can respond in a big way here and really start to play after he was just so dominant last year for the U.S. The 2021-22 drafts for Ottawa sucked. The 2023-25 drafts are a bit too early to tell. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, still, they made some so-so moves, but they also haven't had a ton of draft picks either, so you can kind of forgive them for that. Quick tip on net. Another save there by Nick Kempf, but Hagens will get it out of the zone and right down the Finnish ice for an icing against the U.S. I mean, 19 seconds into this game, and it's been all Finland so far, so we'll see how that's able to continue. Or if it's able to continue. Let's see. I hope the IHF allows team defense in next year's tournament. Loose marking and poor decisions have plagued every team. Maybe not Sweden, who just flub a lot of breakout passes. Yeah, it's been a bit of an inconsistent one for all teams. I mean, especially the goaltending has been pretty weird for most of the top teams too. Like, there's not been a lot of like clear-cut starters in this tournament, which has made things a bit shaky for everybody out there. Hence, Klingberg drags it into the zone offensively, but gives it away there. Finns come right back up the ice as you get a nice little play there by Tuva. And a spin of a Ramuk pass, but Hagens is able to get that loose puck, thankfully. and get it back to the neutral zone for Riker Lee. Hagen's all alone, gives it up into the corner, and Vidi Väisänen gets it back for the Finns. Behind his own net, will gain possession once more. I mean, a minute in, and it feels like the U.S. have had the puck for like 2 seconds of that minute. Great start, guys. Great start. Oh, man. Quick play here and a quick shot right around by Max Westergaard, but goes wide of Kemp, and he has the puck once more. Tipped in front, but Osborne able to get the stick on it. And LJ Mooney, with 18:40 left, gets it into the middle. But turned over again by Westergaard, and Pipparainen right across, trying to get that rebound. Kemp gives it up, but thankfully Osborne was there to sweep it. A couple of scary plays there that Osborne was able to neutralize. But LJ Mooney now in the middle, curves it across to Lee. Now some space. Lee a shot, and just wide in the net as it goes in the corner again. No, it's pretty loose, the puck so far, but Yzerman gets it to Asher Barnett. Quick shot there and an easy pad save for Rimpinen as he gets into the corner. But now Juho Pipparainen gives it away in the middle of the ice, and the U.S. try to get it back to their D, but aren't able to find it as Barnett isn't there for the pass. Smash like, y'all. Absolutely true, Cameron. If you guys are appreciating so far, hit that like button. We're 1 like away from 30. Next person to hit the like is the GOAT confirmed. But again, let us know your predictions down below in the chat. US or Finland? I'm still going 2-1 for the Finns, but we'll see what ends up happening. Let me know. Of course, for everybody in this chat, put a 1 in the chat if you're cheering for the US, and a 2 in the chat if you're cheering for Finland. Of course, you guys know how I'm rocking. I'm going to USA all the way. But if you're cheering for the Finns, let us know. If you're Canadian or something, put some 2s in the chat. But if you're cheering for the US, get some 1s. Let's see. I mean, whoever gets more support in the chat is going to win. It's a scientific method. You guys know this. Väisänen back up the ice to Emil Hemming. That first line for the Finns playing a lot early in this game. Sweeped away by Hudson. Good play by Väisänen to keep it along the blue line. But now the Finns pressure back into their own zone. Väisänen once again back to Hemming. Now they look to control through the middle. Good little swift play there, though, by Zellers, able to get the turnover. Now the Finns have no choice but to dump it into the U.S. end. But now Cole Hudson back in this game, looking to make his mark. Streaming up the ice through the middle. Dances through a few defenders. Loses the puck, but tries to get it back. Now across for Zellers. Trying to get it right there across for Osborne, but blocked in front by his own teammate. And it looks like was it a penalty? Looks like it will be, actually. Interesting. Against the Finns, it looks like it'll be, and the U.S. will go on the man advantage. Big opportunity here. Only 3.5 minutes into this game. Great rush, though, there by Cole. That's what you want to see a lot more of. A little bit pedestrian in the first couple of games, but he's showing a lot more of that transitional ability. But yeah, it looks like it was on Zellers. It was maybe hooking, I would assume. Yeah, I can see that. 2, sorry, Grav. Wheel of Time, I'm looking at you funny now. Benjamin says 3-1 Finland. Sakro says 4-3 US in regulation. Ref is out the breakdancing. Blackhawk says, what do you think would fit Chicago best in the 2026 draft? I mean, to me, I think like even Belchet's could do a lot of good there. Ivar Stenberg, I think with his just fundamental abilities under pressure could do a lot of good there too. Quick shot there by Lee, just off of Rimpinen. And out into the stands. Lee with a big shot opportunity. Just not able to capitalize on that. What a setup. Oh, that was just way high. Didn't even touch Rimpinen. Lee's gotten a lot of opportunity in this tournament, but just hasn't been able to find that breakout moment yet. But the skill is there. It's obvious. It's just not been able to come through up to this point. Good old Minneapolis, Minnesota, baby. Let's light it up, but straight up. Let's go, Canada. Okay, Forrest, I see you. I see you. Finns get it down the ice, and we'll get a reset here. By the way, thank you to all the 80 folks in the stream here today. I know the World Junior streams haven't been super consistent up to this point, but I appreciate you guys dropping by when you can. Teddy Stiga entering the zone. Back for Osborne. Slick pass to Mooney. He has some space, and a shot there by Zellers, but a big block in front. Zellers again, trying to find the outlet in front of the net. Big save by Rimpinen, though, and he's able to cover just in time. Really, really interesting play. That pass getting around Daniel Niemanen. But still nobody on that loose puck. I heard Forrest, what are you talking? Who? What is Blood talking about? what is happening here with my goat? I don't know. Intriguing. But now Cole Hudson with 1:15 left on the power play clock. Gets it to Hagens. Now a big blast in front by Yzerman, but right into the pads of Rimpinen. Yzerman, I think, needs to come up huge in this game, man. He's been really pedestrian in this tournament, at least up to this point. Hagens now, Yzerman. Right in the hash marks across. Now another great play. Oh my goodness, right in front of the net. Was that Horkoff? So, just completely alone. Now Yzerman, another shot, whiffs on that, and that one goes wide. Yeah, Horkoff with a beautiful setup by Hagens, and just isn't able to tip it in front of the net. Man, he's been so good at Michigan in that role, but hasn't been able to do it. Yzerman, a quick shot off the really silky spinorama pass from Hudson. Now Zimmer to Hagens, looking for some room. Hagens, the shot almost got Rimpinen a little bit discombobulated, but still was able to make that shoulder save. Hudson keeps it on the blue line, 20 seconds to go, but big play. Oh man, really great play there by the Finns, and they're able to get it out. Rupe Vesterainen able to get that block right around the blue line and force it out against the U.S. With just a few seconds left in the power play, Hudson looking to get a pass across, but turned over again, and now we're back to 5-on-5. Not really much going there. I mean, Yzerman had a couple of looks. Horkoff was right there for the net. I mean, dude, Horkoff, that is your job. That is your one job, is to bang in pucks, and wasn't able to do it on that one. Finland trying to pressure here in the offensive zone, but good outlet pass there. And now McMorrow tries to find some space in the Finnish end. Niemann in. Gives it away here. Now McMorrow tries to get that loose puck, and he does, but Rimpinen a good chest save. McMorrow still with the puck, though knocked off there. But back along. Good. Again, this fourth line for the U.S. continuing to put up some good numbers. Van Zaki now behind the net, trying to wrap it around. Right there, great chance for Spellacy, but blocked again by the Finns. Kleber spinning around, getting deep into the Finnish end. He'll get it across to McMorrow. Now a big shot there, but just wide again by the U.S. Again, this fourth line jam, though, just continues to come through. But Hemming will get it out of pressure and back to Nick Kemp behind his own net. Keep rolling, boys. Let's get a goal for out of Hudson for some cinema. Yeah, he's been dealing so far. We'll see how that continues. Yzerman, just like I genuinely, if the U.S. somehow find a way to win this game, I would consider scratching Yzerman. Oh, big chance by Westergaard, shot wide, but Pikkarainen now gets it back to the point. Shot there by the Finns. Kev just able to save that. Now Westergaard again. Loose puck once more, and a big block by Bedmark in front of the net. But to the point it goes again. Another shot by the Finns. That one wide. Man, not a very inspiring shift when it comes to that Yzerman line. I mean, I was going to say it, but if the U.S. somehow win this game, I want Yzerman scratched literally immediately. He just brings no positive value. He had like a random spinorama pass in the neutral zone that was almost a complete turnover the other way. I mean, just, I don't know, man. Stiga trying to find Riker Lee. Almost did. But a good play by Mika Jokinen to get that loose puck there. What are your thoughts on the Robertson stuff? I ranted about this last stream, Alex, but yeah, it's just brutal. I know he's not the most physical player in the world, but I have a feeling they're going to need some goals, and it's not going to be very pretty in those later games when they need some goals, and Robertson's sticking home, and you have a JT Miller out there being an absolute liability defensively. I'm just saying, I'm not very excited about it. Let's see. Morpovic, how is it going? Good to see you, man. We're a bit under 8 gone in period 1. This game is in scoreless with a goalie duel between Kemp and Petteri Rimpinen. Yeah, for sure, David. I mean, Rimpinen has looked really solid up to this point. The U.S. put up 8 shots through 9 minutes. Testing him early. Not a ton of, like, high-grade chances, but Rimpinen's looking good up to this point. Passing all the tests, and after how his tournament has gone, you really wanted to see him step up, and it looks like he has. Icing there against the U.S. and 11 minutes now left in this first. Sad to lose, to see Latvia lose. I'm sorry, Rexlex. I mean, they put up a good fight versus Sweden. I mean, even though Sweden kind of came away with that game in the end, they were playing hard. Albert Smith's looked incredible as well, really trying to keep that team going as long as he could. But yeah, it was just kind of a bit of a David versus Goliath moment, but not as many miracles. Finns keeping into the U.S. zone, but Zemer is able to collect it out. Turned over by Zellers, and the Finns look to control here. Niemann in. Back around, gets it to Ruinen, and back into the U.S. end it goes. Miettinen. Now right across. Great pass there. Just wide. Oh, man. Finland has had some good looks from their defensemen offensively in this game. Just haven't been able to get much on net on Kemp. Osborne now shanks it into the corner. I will say, I think for the Finns, they've kind of, again, I think both teams kind of done a good job keeping either team at the perimeter. But Veti Vasanen now in the transition. Puts it right on and right around the goal. Collecting it is Chase Reed first. The Finns, with some of their big boys out here. Some good pressure. Oh, man. Good play by Spellacy to get that out of the zone. That could have been dangerous. But now with some speed, he gets it across just a bit too far for Horkoff. But now Osborne to McMorrow. Right around the net. I will say, I do think Horkoff works maybe a bit better in this kind of like bottom six role. Great across. What a pass to Spellacy. And right there in front of the net. Horkoff to Spellacy again. Big block by the Finns. Oh, man. What a block by Veti Vasanen, as Spellacy had an unbelievable chance right there. Oh, Spellacy, so close. Forget time. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let me know if that's the right way to pronounce it. But I appreciate you. Welcome to the Grav Gaming. It's good to have you here. How would you feel if Emil Hemming won it for Finland? Pretty nice, since he's kind of. Oh, what a great pass by Osborne. Now Eiserman a chance, but that one gets blocked by the stick. Man, Bednarik with a great chance off the pass of Osborne. A horrible giveaway, though, and Finland's right there, but a save by Kemp. Puck is loose, but he's able to keep it under. Oh, man. What a chance by Egi Rohunen. Just complete brain fart there. And almost 1-0 Finland. What a great play by Kemp to settle that down, though, when the U.S. needed it. But 90 people in the chat, thank you so much for joining us here today. I appreciate you guys dropping by. If you are just coming in, say hello in the chat, by the way. So far, it's been a pretty entertaining game, though. Last I was here, you thought I was a water boy for Team Canada. Yeah, Rick, did you ever explain that? I don't know if I saw the explanation or if you were just at the games or not. This U.S. team doesn't make the extra pass. Too selfish. Yeah, it's a little bit strange, eh? They're a bit lackadaisical, a bit too patient. I feel like they're not quite like clogging that middle of the ice as much as I want to see them do it. That slot is just a bit too vacant for my liking. That's, again, where guys like Horkoff should be making their bread and butter and have throughout the season in the NCAA. They just haven't been very effective at actually banging and crashing those pucks home. Do you think these last 2 years were a fluke, or is Latvia now going to be a team that won't be an easy out like they used to? I wouldn't say it's a fluke. I mean, Latvia has always been a little bit more of an underrated presence in terms of their energy around hockey. Just haven't had the players to really make up for it. But with how good they've been recently, with how much that country's been surging around them, I think they're going to have some real good players coming up because of that. Yeah, man, just horrible giveaway by McKinney. And I'll say this too, that's very uncharacteristic. That's very uncharacteristic of McKinney, because he's usually a very reliable two-way presence guy, but that was just a clear miscommunication. Hickey Ruhinen now in the center face-off dot in the U.S. end as we look to continue this first period. 9 minutes left here in the first. Pretty big back-and-forth game, though. I mean, we've gotten some good chances, but not a lot in front of the net yet. The U.S. win it. Kleber almost giving it away, but Hudson able to get around pressure, man. The way he's able to dance around one-on-one guys is just so much fun to watch. Meanwhile, Cole Eiserman just like tries to barrel through a guy and obviously can't. This might be my Cole Eiserman hate watch. We'll see. Tries to make a pass, giveaway there by Cole Eiserman, but he gets it back. McKinney now to the point. It goes. Quick shot there. Blocked again, but now Cole Hudson swerving around the blue line, gets a shot, but another block by the Finns. Good stick there. Back into the corner. Kleber not able to corral it off the pass, and back to Kempf it'll go. Anyone who's new here, welcome. Happy to have you. Absolutely. If you're new here again, drop a hi. It's good to have you guys drop by so far, and we'll see how the rest of this game goes. I know Zellers is like that. Shoot first, being a Bees prospect. Yeah, I would say so. But oh, Hudson, horrible giveaway. A great chance in front. Kempf, the save and the cover. Oh, man. Now Cole Hudson is just having a horrible shift, and out of nowhere, the Finns have a great chance. Adioki right there in the slot. My goodness, man. My goodness. Mike, how's it going? It's good to see you. By the way, is the stream a bit choppy for you guys? I've noticed it's a bit hit or miss so far. I'm very impressed with how fast you were rolling the names. Pat, I do have my to give you a little bit of an inside baseball right now. I do have my stat sheet right here. So I do have my I do have like the names and and everything ready to go just in case because I'll be honest, as much as I watch hockey and I do like a lot of the Finnish guys, there are guys that I just haven't really watched. Like, shout out to Adioki, but I have not seen this man in my life. I'm going to be honest. I've done my due diligence. I've done a lot, as much as I can, but they're just guys that, especially for Finland, they love to bring a lot more older, more experienced type of players. So they kind of have a bigger mix. So it makes it a little bit harder to actually be able to be on the ball with those guys. But I try my best to be able to get on everybody as much as I can. Now, the thing is, I was on my Google Chrome earlier, and it was a bit choppy there, and now I'm on OBS, so it seems like it's a little bit less choppy, a little bit less lacky, but I don't know. It's a little bit strange. Yeah, and then there it goes. I don't know why it's being so inconsistent. Because it'll just go. I think again, it's just my Mac being not very great, to say the least. But it'll drop down from like 12,000 kbps to like 200 out of nowhere. Let's see. ...2002 Salt Lake City. Yeah. I'm just so glad we got Lane and not Cole. I mean, that Cole doesn't usually make those type of moves, but I do think that, oh, wow, great chance for Riker Lee, but not able to get to the puck first. He gets it back in the corner after Rimpinen shot it back. But the U.S. aren't able to keep it in the offensive zone here, and we'll reset as Barnett ends up dumping it back in. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Why is it being so choppy? This is so strange. Let me see if, like, turning off the music or something helps. I don't know. I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, folks. Doing my best here to keep it as clean as possible. But I am streaming on my Mac that's a bit older, so I'm doing my best when it comes to that. Finish icing here, so with 6:56 to go, we'll get a bit of an offensive opportunity here for the U.S. Like that a lot. My skates are the Hall of Fame. I was inducted by Ron Ellis. I have pics and newsletters. Rick, I need to. I don't know what you're talking about half the time, Rick. Amputee hockey. Okay, that makes more sense. You're on the Paralympic team. That's still sick. That's still sick as all heck. I love that. Yzerman gives it. How many turnovers does Yzerman have in this tournament? It's got to be like 10,000 a game. I don't understand it. I truly don't. Like, what is happening with this man? I can't anymore. By the way, I am going to try to turn down the cable. Oh, good wraparound try there by Benark. He's got some good chances in this game so far. But we'll see how much that's able to continue. Okay. I turned down the height of it. We'll see if that maybe helps things a bit more. No, Rexlex, I have every single thing besides my Chrome and OBS is closed. I'm telling you right now, I have pretty much everything else out. Though I could, let's see, I'll try to turn off a couple of extensions. How about that? We'll see if that does much. All right. Perfecto. Yeah, Benark, really close there. Should I put Sean Avery in the lineup even though he's born in Kent? In the lineup? I don't know what lineup he's in right now these days. That man is retired. Van Sagi's been good for the US so far. Yeah, I've really liked him on that fourth line, actually. He's had some pretty good moments. And I think he's always kind of been good in that bottom six role. Never really having bad moments necessarily. It's just more so how much pop is he going to give you. But I think he's got a good opportunity. This game has kind of run away with it so far. But we'll see how much that's able to continue. Hensler with the puck, able to get it across to Barnett. Quick pass up, finds Horkoff, and now up the ice it'll go. Quick little play by Spellacy, coming right in the net. Great chance and a great save by Petteri Rimpinen. Able to keep that at bay. Man, Spellacy has had some good moments in this game. Quick chance by the Finns, but complete whiff there by Jonas Urlainen. Thank goodness, because he was right in front of the net with nobody around him either. So, close call. Very close call. I haven't watched the USA games much in depth. How is Horkoff doing? Penguins fan, he's been... I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's been a little bit underwhelming. Now, granted, he was never like the driver of play with Michigan this year, but has had some really great creators so he could finish on those opportunities. But I think he's even been a bit pedestrian in terms of his net front presence. I think he's kind of been neutralized a little bit too easily. Now the U.S. come back up. Riker Lee with the chance. He gets it back again, now behind the net. Sharp angle shot. That one saved by Rimpinen. That his 11th save of the period so far. But now the Finns come right back up. Yoki shot. Now to Savanto in the corner. But the Finns keep going. Turnover there, though, by Hagens. And now he tries to come up by himself in the transition. But I think the Finns have done pretty well kind of neutralizing those faster players for the U.S. I mean, you had a good rush by Cole Hudson earlier, but that was kind of it. Players like Hagens, players like even like a Brody Zemer just haven't had quite that separation speed so far. And that's kind of been a bit of an issue when it comes to the U.S. attack up to this point. Big turnover there by Zellers. Now to Hagens in the corner, though, with some space to Zellers and off the post, I think. What an opportunity, but not able to convert again. So many chances. So many chances, man. It's been so sad. All right, I'm going to put the music back on because it doesn't seem to be affecting too much. As I say that, it starts lagging. Again, I don't know what is going on here. This is so strange. Because my Wi-Fi is perfectly fine, but I don't know. But now the Finns back up the ice here. I will say, once we get to the first intermission, I will try to tinker with a couple other things and see if we can make it a bit smoother for you guys. I apologize for that. Hot Take Hockey, the GOAT himself, absolutely. My Mac is like 3 years old, I think, something like that. It's an M1, I know that for sure. So it should be fine. It should actually work, but it's never been as good as I've wanted it to be, really. I really just have it for when I do go on vacations and I'm able to work there. Oh, that is true. I probably should restart it after, because it has been a little while. When you put it that way, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense, actually. Eisman with the chant. Guys, You will not believe this, but Eisman just got a great chance to shoot the puck, and he completely whiffed on it. Are you shocked? I'm not. I'm not at all, actually. I'm going to blow a gasket with Cole Eisman, man. I swear. I swear, man. This guy is just... There's no value to him right now. Like, what does this man do? What does this man do? I couldn't tell you. Turn over the puck and just do a couple of shimmy moves. He's what people think Lane Hudson is. Oh, but a terribly timed penalty there by the U.S. as AJ Spellacy goes to the box for tripping, and the Finns will be on the man advantage now with 1 minute and 35 to go in the first. That is just brutal, man. I don't know why the chat died. That is very strange. Why did it just die on me? What is going on with my Mac? I swear to God, man, this is so stupid. I think it should be better now, though. I think just the web page crashed for some reason. I don't know, man. I have a charge too. Like, there's not even any reason for this. Uh-oh, I had a feeling there'd be a goal before the end of the period. Yeah, I mean, the Finns are the driver's seat now, though. Yeah, I'll definitely restart it after this for sure, Rexless, because it probably badly needs it. Hey, I appreciate that, Forrest. I do my best with it. I mean, I've been doing these streams for games for a long, long time, so it's come as basically second nature, really. If you dance, the chat comes to life. Should I do the 6-7 or the point in the air, or I should just do the white guy to party and just go like just bounce around a bit, or like do that type of move. Yeah, AJ Spellacy going in the box for 2 minutes here, and the Finns will have the power play. Big opportunity, big opportunity. I mean, the U.S. have kind of been a bit more of the driver in this period, but it'll be interesting to see how this PK reacts. Those are some elite freeze frames. I hope so, Zemo. Maybe I hope they're entertaining. I will say, now that I've gone back on Chrome, it seems to be better. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Quick shot there. Big save by Kemp right in front. I mean, Lassie Boyless with all the opportunity there. But Kemp the even better save. Big stick by Mooney. Able to get it across to McMorrow. Now for Mooney again. Mooney trying to get another pass across, but a bit too predictable. And Boyless was able to get the stick. But now coming back up. Miettinen across. Oh, what a chance. But not able to score. Saralainen was all in front, but just another pass too much. And the U.S. were able to get on that. I mean, both teams had a pass too much on both of their rushes. The Miettinen shrugs it back to the blue line. Boyless. Now again to Boyless. Tries to find a pass across. To Miettinen it goes. He looks for the pass on to the slot, but that one not able to get tipped. Another opportunity. That one goes high off the shot of Boyless. Right to the stick of EJ Emery, and he does get it out with 52 seconds to go. 25 seconds to go in the first. We'll see if the Finns can pressure one more opportunity. Up the ice, Chuva gets it to Hemming. Now Chuva able to stick it down to the corner. It'll go for Osborne, but not out completely. Good keep there by Kiviharju, and he shoots it off the blocker of Kemp and out into the stands. 5 seconds now left. Oh boy. I mean, so far I think the U.S. have played this penalty kill pretty well, keeping to the fence of the outside. But you did have that. Oh, I thought Saralainen was trying to pass it back to Kutsa earlier, but he just whipped on the shot. And then Kiviharju, that shot he had with a few seconds to go was actually tipped out. So the Finns having a couple opportunities, just not able to execute yet. But with a few seconds to go, Kiviharju, one last shot. That one blocked in front. Savanto trying to look for the leftovers, but he isn't able to find it in time. And the first period comes to a close. A 0-0 scoreless affair so far through 20. Kemp, really solid to end that period too on the opportunities he faced. But real tight first. And we'll see how that progresses. That's going to be interesting to see because I think the Finns started getting a bit more momentum at the end of that first, but I think the U.S. played that as well as they could have, considering. But as we know, if the Finns keep that games low scoring, close, competitive, it starts to favor them a bit more. So we'll see if the U.S. can kind of change that trajectory and momentum a bit more in the second half. Spalacy, we gassed you up early. Stop taking unnecessary penalties. True! Ever since I gassed up Spalacy, he's been a bit more iffy when it comes to the penalties. It's been brutal. John says, looks like lots of future Kiefer Bellows out there up front for my U.S. team. I mean, I would not, again, I get that obviously, here's my thing. I get that for a lot of folks, this is obviously the only prospect watching they have during the year. But there are so many players that are bad at the World Juniors and then going to have perfectly good NHL careers. I think in a lot of ways, you might be able to see some of the weaknesses, but I think it's hard to kind of completely neglect a player because of a bad World Juniors, right? I mean, obviously, if you have a good one, it's a big confidence boost for the rest of the year. But for me, season play matters way more for what you're going to see in the future. And obviously sample size matters too. It's what, like 50 games in the regular season for a lot of these guys compared to 7 at most in this tourney. And also for a lot of these guys too, I mean, maybe not as much for the U.S. team, but for other teams especially, you're coming into one roster of a bunch of guys you've never really played with a lot before. Especially that's a big problem for the Canadians. I mean, that's always been a big problem for them. But you have so many factors, so many intangibles, so many things that could go wrong, go right, that I never really use it as like a big litmus test to, okay, this player did well, that means they're going to be a great NHLer. But you can get a good idea of like their strengths and weaknesses, what they do well, what they might be needing to improve upon in the future. So you kind of have to like take what you can from it. But that's at least my thinking when it comes to at least what you could see in the World Juniors and project that forward. I'm not ready to call Horkoff a Hage merchant, but I agree he's showing how dependent he is for the right line fit. I mean, comparing the two guys at the World Juniors this year, we have a Michael Hage, who has just been, honestly, Canada's best player, if we're being honest. At least most consistent one, especially in all three zones. But, I mean, I wouldn't write off Horkoff, of course, but I do think this is a great example of I wouldn't write Horkoff off completely, but you can see the strengths and weaknesses a little bit more apparent than just being like, okay, he scored a ton in the NCAA this year. Now you can see, of course, why those goals aren't coming, but why they might not come in this tournament, right? How he's a bit more of a finisher. He's a bit more of that last guy on the line. He kind of needs that just pure play driver to be able to enter the zone, establish play, get the cycle going, and then eventually Horkoff's able to finish that play. So when he doesn't have that type of presence, then I think you're kind of running into trouble. But hey, Penguins just got Ben Kindle. He's looking pretty good for that role. So we'll see if that's maybe something that could be a pair in the future. Cameron, with an interesting question. In your opinion, who's the best player for Finland? In tournament-wide, I mean, Lassi Boylis has been up there for sure. Again, like Finland is usually, though, they're kind of like a team by committee. But just looking through that team and what they've kind of had to work with, I mean, some of those top end guys have been a bit more disappointing. But you have guys like Rube Vesterainen who have been fantastic. I mean, kind of those depth guys have really come up in those bigger moments. So we'll see if that continues. But that's at least what I'm seeing so far. But in this game, at least, just through the first period, I thought that Vinny Bison had some really good stopping moments defensively. On the offensive side, just continuing to be really good at play by guys like Leo Tuva. I mean, that second line of Saarelainen, Tuva, and then Ruhunen, I thought played some really good hockey, good pace compared to the rest of that Finnish forward group. So those would be my answers for now, but still. That was great. Love your hockey analysis, but appreciate the confidence to dance. Hey, I appreciate that too. Thank you for being in the chat and giving me excuse to dance a bit, eh? Pointless says, go Finland, go. Hey, cheers to the Finns in this chat here today. Hopefully the rest of the game goes your way. I thought it was a work in progress first period for you guys, but still. Hey, Cameron with the 2. Random, but favorite fast food spot? I like that question a lot, Cameron, and I appreciate that. Can we get some
favorite fast
dono
food
love for
spot?
him? And yeah, I'll start with the Cameron hype here. I appreciate that big time, buddy. Favorite fast food spot has to be Whataburger. Like, just time and time again, even if it's inconsistent sometimes, they'll just always be the GOAT. But Chick-fil-A is always great. I do like some of the, I do love me like Q-Dub or Chipotle or one of those, but I would say Q-Dub has my heart out of those ones personally. I would say Q-Dub or Whataburger, I think would have to be up there. But actually, that's a great question for you guys. What is your favorite fast food place? If you're not in the US, what would it be that's maybe regional or something? I'd love to hear about that from you guys. Let's see. Who has NHL experience for USA or the Finns? For either team? Nobody, I believe, that's played in the NHL at least. You were going to have a Trevor Connolly who's been playing in the AHL this year, but he got injured right before the season, so you're not going to have that, unfortunately. In terms of the Finns, again, I don't think there was anybody that was actually playing like NHL games. That's more of a Canada thing, it seems like. Hey, Austin, welcome to the stream, buddy. It's good to see you today. I work at Chick-fil-A, so I had to hear it. Hey, that's a good spot. That's a good spot. I might need you. I might need you to cop me that employee discount. My brother goes to Chick-fil-A so often, and we're kind of like, dude, you just need to work at Chick-fil-A. You'd save like a third of your like yearly of your yearly revenue. Rexlux says, do you think Smits today showed a better or worse performance to the Montreal Canadiens GM? And also, what team do you think he could be drafted to? Yeah, Ken Hughes was at that Latvia-Sweden game, which I thought was interesting. But I thought Smits was real nice tonight. I mean, the confidence, the wherewithal defensively, I thought he had some really great moments. Wasn't perfect by any means, but I thought out of all those Latvians that played today, he was the most on the ball consistently. But I would say, in terms of where he could end up going, obviously depends on who's up there. That's actually a good question, though. Where do you guys see an Albert Smits going? Big time Latvian shot. He's somebody with a lot of aggression, a lot of confidence on the blue line, especially on the power play, has some great moments. Like, just looking up Tankathon right now and going through, like, who could be in that, like, top 10 range, who could kind of be in the market for somebody like that. I mean, Nashville loves their big body defenseman with some offensive upside. Oh, Tyler with the 5. Thank you, brother. Who do you think of this year's, or what do you think of this year's Winter Classic? Ooh, interesting.
What do you think of this year's Winter Classic? I say fail right now.
So Tyler says it's a W or an L. Obviously, you guys don't know already. This year's Winter Classic in Florida at the Miami Marlins Stadium. Let me know, is this year's Winter Classic being in Florida a W or an L for you guys? Because for me, you guys know I'm coming from Texas. I don't really care. I think it's pretty unique, but it does kind of ruin the vibes. It should have been a stadium series is my thing. I don't think it's a W or an L necessarily. I just think it should have been a stadium series because it's in a stadium and the roof's not going to be open, I don't think. And that's just kind of weird for a Winter Classic that it's not in like an open area or anything. And I just think that's a bit strange. Like for example, in when it came to Texas, when it came to Dallas for the Stars, it was at the State Fair. It was at the Rose Bowl Stadium, and it was actually pretty cold. It was like 30 degrees that day or something, which thankfully we got lucky with that. But it was outside. It was at a football stadium. That's where I think it should happen. That's where I think the perfect Winter Classic environment is, compared to a baseball stadium, which doesn't really have the greatest seats for that either. Is a bit hit or miss when it actually comes to the looks of it. I mean, I like what they kind of went for, but again, I think it just should have been a stadium series. I think it just should have been a stadium series, and that's it, honestly. How come Texans watch hockey? You'll be surprised, man. Stars games sell out every single game. I don't think we've had a non-sellout game in like 4 years or something. But the community here is very devoted. It's kind of how I would equate Texas hockey to like a Latvia or something, where yes, we don't have a ton of hockey fans here, but the ones that are hockey fans are diehard hockey fans, and the state rallies around them when they are successful. So it's kind of something where it's, especially over the last 10 years, has grown exponentially. But especially in like the youth development, the Stars have done a great job like making rinks as accessible as possible. And that's kind of made things a bit easier for families to get into it. But I think those are kind of the big reasons for me. But yeah, getting into the question about Smiths, I think, again, like a Nashville can make a lot of sense considering who they kind of like to have on their defense. Got a bigger, more offensively minded defenseman. I could see Calgary. I mean, they're playing a lot better as of late, but they could kind of use a bit more firepower besides Perek on that defense going in the future. Columbus, I mean, I always think they're not going to draft a defenseman, and then they draft a defenseman like a Jackson Smith. So they just seem to really love their big, toolsy offensive D. So who knows? I could see the Bruins right now. They're 11th in the Tankathon rankings. I feel like a Smiths would be like exactly the type of like personality the Bruins would love. Just like no BS, no bull crap. He's just here to win, and that's the type of vibes that Smiths obviously brings. But we have a few minutes to go until the second period does end up starting. But again, let us know what your thoughts are on potentially Smiths going somewhere and where he'll end up. I think he'll be a top 10 pick when it's all said and done, but I think it'll be very interesting to see where he ends up going. But with the second period still a few minutes away, I did want to shout out today's sponsor in Polymarket. If you guys don't already, they've been big supporters of the channel these last few days, and they're the best place to make trades during live and future NHL games. And it was intriguing because I was looking through the app recently, and I saw this game with the Leafs and the Islanders, and these games are always bad blood, especially with the John Tavares thing. But the Leafs have actually been pretty okay these last few games. Austin Matthews has gotten back to a really good level, and the Leafs right now are at 51%, which I thought was pretty good odds considering how they played as of late. And the Islanders haven't really been as coherent over these last couple of weeks either. But they're at 51%. If you put $20 down to win 39, I mean, you could lock that price in at any point with Polymarket 2, and the fees are pretty minimal. With only 1 penny, no matter what point in the game, you can always just take that out and be good to go. So that's one of my favorite parts about it. And I have the Leafs in that game, even though I've never been great in terms of predicting the Leafs. I think they'll be pretty intriguing in that one. But when it comes to Polymarket and the ways to join, beforehand and without the code, you have to be on like a waiting list and everything. But with code GRAB, you can get in at any point with free exclusive access there. And with the code GRAB, you'll be good to go. So as long as you go in the link in the description down below, sign up using code GRAB, download the app there, you'll be good to go with Polymarket, and you get exclusive free access, $10 free on top of that using the code with no deposit required, just using code GRAB to get started. But there we go. Now getting into the second period here pretty soon. I am optimistic now. I will say I had Finland 2-1 as my score prediction, but I think the U.S. played a bit better than I was expecting in that opening frame. So we'll see. Quentin, thoughts on the U.S. loss to Sweden? It was brutal, man. So brutal. I mean, the lack of any defensive coherency or consistency, it was just a mess from top to bottom. I felt truly horrible for Brady Noling, man. The one game he gets and the defense just completely craters. It was rough. Got to watch out for the incredible Finnish duo from the Everett Silvertips and Miettinen and Vanhanen. Absolutely. I mean, that was a duo that I was very excited to see heading into this tournament. Unfortunately, we saw Miettinen injured pretty early on, but we'll see how they progress if they continue to get more games in this tourney. I agree with you about the Stadium Series. Absolutely. And yeah, about Detroit and Toronto being the best. I mean, those type of matchups when you have a big football stadium are just perfect. Like, those type of vibes are unmatched, in my personal opinion. Finball, my score prediction was 2-1 Finland. As of right now, it's 0-0 heading into the second period. But yeah, my score prediction was 2-1 Finland. We'll see if that changes a bit more, but so far it's looking like a much more low-scoring affair. I was predicting, by the way, guys, I'm just going to say it, I was predicting a big bounce-back game out of Petteri Rimponen, and so far that's what we're seeing. So we'll see if that continues. But Connor Hinks, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the chat. Seems like Cam Reed's draft stock is soaring. It feels like he's quarterbacking so much of the USA's offense. Yeah, absolutely. I will say, though, Cole Hudson being back in this lineup today, I think Reed has kind of stepped back into the role he had previously, which was a bit more of like a sporadic, extra, more offensive-leaning defenseman. Hasn't looked great, but hasn't played a lot of minutes in this first period. So I am very curious to see the role and the usage of Reed throughout the rest of this game and if the U.S. win the rest of this tournament, because as you said, when Hudson went down, he was like first power play, playing a ton of minutes, looking incredible offensively, but we'll see if that continues. But Tyler with a $5 donation, he just continues to be the GOAT with this, winning that war versus Daniel, it looks like. Poor
biggest
Daniel.
steal you called and biggest but you were wrong about in the draft.
Ooh.
Like if you said Bouch was a good pick at 10.
Oh, that's a great. Now this is Tyler. To give you guys some inside baseball. This is actually a video I've been planning to make for a while. Like 2 separate videos. Like one, and the only reason I haven't done it is because I want to have another couple like drafts underway and everything. But like top 10 prospects I was right about, and top 10 prospects I was horribly wrong about, because there are so many on each side of the spectrum. The biggest steal I called, I could go down the list of guys like Cole Caulfield, Logan Stankoven. In terms of the guys that come to mind immediately off the bat. But again, there's a lot of guys that I saw as kind of underrated that were underrated in the end. But I would say the biggest one is still Cole Caulfield in terms of where he went. Even if it was 15th overall or whatever, I still think it was unbelievable that he did not go top 5. And we're seeing that pay off pretty well today. But in terms of the player who I was most wrong about, I mean, probably I would say and this is actually, I love talking about this because I do like talking about my mistakes, because I think that is important to talk about when I'm talking about prospects as much as I am. But one of the biggest archetypes that I was kind of a bit more shy on until like the last couple of years is guys that are very clearly more projectable as bottom 6 guys. Because especially early on as a scout and doing what I'd done here, I was a lot more, okay, if they have the skill, if they have like the pace, if they have a lot more of those offensive characteristics, I was going to be a lot more higher on them. But there is roles and there is value in guys that maybe aren't the most special, maybe aren't going to dazzle you with deeks or going to put you on your toes, put you off your seat, but they just make the right decisions and they are able to consistently use their physicality, use their tenacity to just win shifts and create pressure. And that's one of the biggest things that has changed over the last couple of years for me, is realizing how important those players truly are and kind of changing my mentality when it comes to just a lot of hockey players in general. So that's a big reason why I shifted to loving a guy like a Logan Stankoven or loving a guy like a Cole Baudouin, who I might not have liked a long time ago, but now I like a lot more than I otherwise would have. Like a Sam O'Reilly, we're just going off Canadian players. Like a Sam O'Reilly is a perfect example of this.
Fast
Like
types of videos you
oh, Cameron, thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. But like a Sam O'Reilly is a great example of a guy that I probably would have written off like back in like 2020 or 2019. But when he was drafted that year, it was one of the first years where I was like, okay, he might not bring unbelievable skill or anything, but he just wins shifts, just shift and shift out. And look at how good he's done in that kind of extra role for the Canadians this year. So those type of players that have been a little bit more intangible based, a little bit more defensive. And then Tyler with the 5. Thank you so much, brother. My goodness. I'm still trying to answer Tyler's original question. But on that note, guys that I would say I was wrong about most, I mean, a guy like an Easton Cowan comes to mind. I was pretty stunned by that pick at the time, but he was also one that I didn't watch as much as I probably should have. And that really came to bite me. So I would say like him, Caden Gooley, I was a little bit lesser on, but another one that was kind of more like defensively oriented. But yeah, thank you, Cameron, for that. And we are now into the second period, as well as Tyler's donation. I'll get to you guys in a second here. Once this finished power play, it is officially, is potentially neutralized. But 15 seconds left in it, and the Finns now back up the ice, trying to run it in transition. Miettinen not able to get to that leaky pass, but back to the point it goes for Kiviharju. He'll look for an option, doesn't shoot the puck, but we'll find Hemming on the hash marks. He gets a quick shot there as Kemp gets a blocker on it. And the Finnish penalty kill, or the Finnish power play, is now over. But now coming up is Bednar. Quick shot there by Hudson. Oh my goodness! What a shot by Cole Hudson! And the U.S. are up 1-0. Right as the penalty kill came to a close. What a pass by Camille Bednarik. And Hudson, in his returning game, is able to make his mark. Woo! Love to see that, baby. Love to see that. What a shift. What a rush there by Bednarik. And Cole Hudson makes no mistake on that shot. What an absolute rifle to give the U.S. the lead. 1-0. Let's go, baby! That is exactly what we wanted to see out of Cole. And he's able to rejuvenate the U.S. after a huge penalty kill success. Oh, man, that got me fired up. That got me fired up. Cole Hudson is so back, baby. Cole Hudson is so back. And if Cole Hudson's back, you know we're back, baby. Oh, man. Oh, man. I am... That is exactly what the U.S. needed. That type of resurgent play. But now the U.S. come right back up. Brody to read the shot. That one just hovers a little bit wide. Oh, man. Another good rush there. Oh, boy. But that goal assisted by Bednarik and McMorrow. Both have had great games, but especially Kamil Bednarik coming into this lineup has looked real good against physical pressure. And he's able to get the primary assist on that one. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Finland get to enjoy a finished breakfast at home tomorrow. I'm hoping so, Mark. Hoping so. Let's go, baby. Cole Hudson. Let's go. Can we get some Cole hype in the chat? Oh, man. Booty Hole, thank you for dropping by. Happy New Year's to you as well. And let me get to the questions again, because I know Cameron and Tyler had their donations, and I appreciate that. Oh, LJ Mooney coming with some space, and that one just off the blocker, Rippinen. Another shot there by Barnett, but that one goes off a body. Now again for Lee, but just stick before he got that shot off. Ooh, boy, that would have been real interesting. But yeah, Cameron says the favorite types of videos you make. Any of the prospect ones, man. I just love watching the future of the NHL. That's always been... I mean, that prospect videos have been the lifeblood of it. Oh, Lee, what a chance. Great block in front. But they keep going. Lee shoots off the post with a shot. It looks like he scored. He celebrated it like he did. But it's in and out. Oh, my goodness, Lee. What a chance. But as I was saying, yeah, just the future of the NHL, no matter what form it might take, I just always love watching what's next. I guess I'm never satisfied in that way. Yeah, Lee banging his visor with his stick. Oh man, he could not buy one right now. Brutal. But yeah, Tyler, Boldy, Caulfield, or Cutter Gauthier, no idea how to spell his last name. Who would you rather have? Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, I will be honest. As crazy as it is to say, I think Caulfield probably comes in last in that. Just in terms of what Boldy and Gauthier are. They are true power forwards who can score at the same, not maybe the same level, or well, Boldy's like second in NHL goals or something last time I checked, but a pretty similar level, and be able to bring the body, bring the versatility that I think is very important. I'd probably go Boldy first. He has become just a true difference maker in ways that I didn't even think were possible. I thought he was a super balanced offensive creator, but I did not expect him to be as good as he has been. And even away from Kaprizov, he's not even being carried by him either. He's just been a full play driver, and that's been awesome to see. You've seen the growth in Cutter Gauthier this season. His goal scoring ability has been unbelievably wicked. But it would be like Boldy and then Caulfield and Gauthier pretty close, but probably Gauthier would win that, honestly. Again, as crazy as that is to say, as much as I love Cole Caulfield. But a great pass across, and Hemming with an unbelievable chance, but breaks his stick on the shot. And with 16:30, the U.S. still somehow have the lead. Zemo, how much does height, size, weigh into projectability for you? I mean, it doesn't really. Now, granted, if somebody's like 5 foot... Okay, there's a limit, for sure. Hey, Mike with the 2. We stand Boldy love in this house. Yeah, I mean, as much as I could, there's no reason, there's no way you could possibly hate on that player. He's just too good.
Love in this house.
He's just too good, man. But thank you so much for the donation, Mike. Let me get you as the last donator. But yeah, as I was saying, I think in a lot of ways. Now, Mike is our last donator. Absolutely love to see it. But in a lot of ways, it doesn't, unless it's like the very big ends of the spectrum. Like if a player is below 5'8", then you really have to show me elite traits in every single way, basically, for me to be able to really get behind you, or give me like an elite dog or elite skill set, something. Outside of that, though, it doesn't really factor in too much, but it does when it comes to like player strengths and weaknesses. Oh, big chance by Westergaard. Great opportunity, and they score! Finland ties it all up. And a great shot there. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, man. What a shot by Heikki Ruohonen. And the Finns Get it back to 1-1. What a pass by Westergaard, I believe. Man. Yeah, that was just a great shift by Finland, getting it in the zone. Westergaard getting some space around the net. He's able to curve around and chase Reed, find some space across, and somehow it goes through 2 U.S. sticks, both Osborne and Zellers, and it's able to find Ruhinen for the tying goal. Wow. What a play. What a play. That is phenomenal. Just a clinical sequence along the boards. And the Finns tie it all up. Exactly how they drew it up right there. As I was saying, in terms of like the projection, if guys like a power forward, obviously being above like 6'2" or something does help that type of projection. But it's kind of case by case. I'm not one to like discriminate or anything. You just have to show me if you're too small that, you know, you aren't too small basically. And if you're super big, do you have like the skating ability? Do you have like the skill set? Do you have things that are, do you have the IQ outside of just using your body to be able to get success? That's a big thing in the CHL. There's a lot of big boys in that league, but not a lot of them have the wherewithal to actually use their body outside of just, hey, I'm bigger than you and I'm going to barrel over you. I think a lot of players, that's kind of the big thing that I look out for, is guys that are big, know they're big, and that's the only thing they really have to go for them. Those type of guys fizzle out like butter in pro hockey. Spell sees some good speed, trying to get that pass across, but nobody's home. But the U.S. look to get this cycle going with 14 minutes to go as a response here against Finland's tying goal. I see Smits in the Bruins or Florida, but I love the idea of him with other Latvian on team. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's Pittsburgh. I think I could definitely see if they get maybe a second half that's not as successful. I could absolutely see Spitz being a guy for them. Yeah, Westergaard was great on that play. What's good, Grav? How's it going, Joe? Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Do you think Cam Schmidt's shot is good enough to carve out a spot in the league? Now, Zemo, this is kind of what I'm talking about. I'm not the biggest fan of Cameron Schmidt because there are certain things about smaller players that I think are just kind of hard to overcome. He is very shot first. Let me explain it this way. He kind of plays like a Will Horkoff, except not like 6'4", not a center, not unbelievably doesn't have that growth that's Will Horkoff level. Riker, thank you for the 279. I'm 4'5" in my wheelchair and my NHL level grab. If your last name is Hudson, get back to me.
NHL level graph.
If your last name is Hudson, then I'll give you a shot. I'll give you a shot, Riker. Thank you so much for the dono, brother. Let's get some love for him in the chat. But he is your last donator. Love to see it. But yeah, I'm gonna say no, most likely, unless you're literally like Connor McDavid's speed and skill. I think the chances are pretty low. But yeah, I would say Cam Schmidt to me is one of those bigger examples of a guy that I just don't feel like is very projectable, unless you basically have him with like a big center who can just bruise his way through, can push play. Cam Schmidt to me is not a real pace pusher. I don't think he has the foot speed for it. He definitely does not have the physicality. Even if he has a bit of a tenacious spirit, he doesn't have the size to make that work. He has a great shot. Again, it's very shooter first, but I think he's also very reliant on his goal scoring ability. And I think for a smaller player that's not very fast, that doesn't quite have that separation speed, isn't very talented physically, I just think there are a lot of things that go against him. That he's going to be he's a great junior player, and I think could be a pretty good AHL player in time, but I think there's a long way to go for him to be somebody that you don't shelter. You know what I mean? And I just don't think a lot of teams are in need of sheltering more players, especially smaller ones. Minka, I'm 5'3" and 122 pounds at my NHL level. Now, again, as I said, Minka, is your last name Hudson? Then no. Is your last name Hudson or Stankoven? If not, then I think you need to get a day job pretty quick. What's up, guys? Love from Latvia. Sad to see the result, but I'm for Finland now to win the tourney. Hey, Clone Cuts. Hey, I appreciate the love. It was a very hard battle there by the Latvians. They did really... Oh, Higgins, what an opportunity. Just high off the net. But yeah, I thought the Latvians play with a lot of spirit. You guys have been building something great these last couple of years. I would hold your head high. But now Finland coming up the ice. Oh, setting up here. Right around the net, Miettinen to Hemming. Oh boy. This first line trying to cook here. Van Heinen now back to Väisänen at the blue line. Coming in, trying to look for a pass, nobody home. Bumps into Zimmer in the corner. But the Finns literally hemming the US in their own zone. Thankfully, though, Hagen's able to get a lucky bounce and shoot it into the corner for a line change. Also never skated a day in my life and have crippling ADHD. Join the club. About both of those points. Tuva right around the boards. Slips it across. Off the pass, though. It goes to Osborne. And now Chase Reed on the other side. Stiga. Sauce pass to Osborne. Now in the offensive zone. Good little shimmy. Back to the point it'll go. Now Chase Reed with the chance. And that shot just high. Oh, man, Reed. That's the exact type of spot you want to see him in with that shot. Riker Lee around the blue line. Good stick there. Right around, though, by Artu Viala. Right? Valila. Artu Valila? I'm sorry, all my Finnish folks in the chat. I mean, I am fast in my sledge when I play sledge hockey. There you go. That's something to say in those in the combine meetings. I'm Duke. I just hope Osmanus gets the love he deserves in this draft. True. I thought it was still surprising he didn't get drafted last year, but also small European forward. He stinks. He stinks if he's small and European, I guess. What do you think about Team Italy's chances in the Olympics? Now, I do have my Olympic predictions coming out tomorrow, by the way. I have producer Kat on that right now for the edit. So I'm not going to spoil, but not great is going to be my prediction for Italy in the Olympics. Any thought on my boy Elvis Merzlikins and Artur Shilovs, and for Latvia's chances for Olympic medal? I mean, you basically said it right there. Those two goaltenders are Latvia's chances at a medal. I'm not sure how far they're going to go, but I think those guys are going to be the big difference makers. Hey, Chili with the $5. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well. I appreciate that a ton.
Honestly, this US World Junior team might be better than the actual US Olympic team. Lol. Robo and
Wait.
Better, sad thing.
Wait. If you said that about last year's team, maybe. But this team is not great. They're all right, but they're not. They have some issues for sure. But yeah, the Robo and Foxy omissions were just. I can't even believe it. I can't. I still, especially Adam Fox, it's still insane to me. Like genuinely. Oh, Robert, thank you for the membership gift. I appreciate that. We got Niagara Joe getting it. Love that. That is super fun. Niagara, can we get some Joe love in the chat? Some Joe hype? Getting gifted the membership to the channel. I appreciate that so much, Robert. Thank you for that. And Joe, congratulations. Now you're a member. You get exclusive member videos every single week, exclusive member polls. Get to be a part of the member graphics as well in every single video. I'm just saying. It's not bad. Oh, Finland with a too many men penalty. And now the U.S. will be going on the power play. 4 shots in their last one, but weren't able to capitalize. Big opportunity here, though. They need to strike. This is huge. But yeah, Joe, enjoy that membership, big dog. Love that. Asher, Cole, I was about to say, why is Asher Barner the first power play? But Cole Hudson. Now to Zimmer down low. Hagens now to Hudson, having some problems with it, but able to keep it in the zone, just barely. Hagens to Yzerman. Pass, not able to connect. On the boards, he just... Oh, what a play by Hudson to keep that in the zone. Yzerman, I'm gonna need you to do that. I'm gonna need you to do something, dude. Genuinely. Hudson to Yzerman. Now looking across, but to Horkoff. What are you doing in front of the net without your stick on the ice? What are you... Hudson now again to Yzerman, the shot. He scores! Finally! Finally, he did it! Yzerman has come through, and the U.S. strike on the power play. 2-1. Oh my goodness, he finally did it. I've been talking so much smack. I've been disrespecting this man, and he actually is able to score. Oh, so many giveaways. I thought he almost gave away the puck on that board battle, getting knocked down immediately, but he's finally able to make up for it. What a pass by Cole Hudson, and Yzerman comes through. Oh boy, Cole to Cole, and it's 2-1. Man, don't even get me started. Do not get me started. Oh, what a pass. What a goal. Let's go, baby. Cole Yzerman. What a time to come through. Wow. Just Bendy, how's it going, man? Good to see you. And also good to see you, too. Thank you, Chili. True, but God, did Bill Guerin drop the ball? Absolutely. I mean, I get that overtime goal wasn't great, but I think it's such an overreaction, genuinely. Now going in front of the net, McMorrow off the post! Trying to get some more security and almost did. Man. With that goal by Cole Yzerman, assisted by Cole Hudson and James Jimmy Higgins. But now the Finns come right back up, a 3-on-1. Quick shot there, rebound in front. Kemp! Oh, he saves it! Oh my goodness! Miettinen right in front of the net, exactly who you want to have there. And he's able to keep it quiet. Oh, boy. Dude, this game has just gone on pure crack mode the last few minutes. I've loved it. Wow. Any thoughts on Matty Shafe's season? I mean, what can you say at this point? I mean, he has been a little bit more inconsistent the past couple of weeks, but that's also, he's barely 18 years old. Of course, I was kind of expecting him to have some growing pains later on because he had been playing so much time on ice. But everything has translated well. The skating, the IQ, the electricity, the confidence, the chemistry, the happiness, the joy. I mean, we are so lucky that a player like Schaefer, with the happiness that he has for hockey, is as good as he is, and I love that. Bendy says, do you think Ottawa will make the playoffs this year? I sure hope so. That Atlantic division is crazy, though. Buffalo with a 10-game winning streak. Toronto's now starting to play well. Tampa's still ridiculous. Like, that whole division is just nuts. I can't even really. What a slap in the face for Habs, Caulfield and Hudson, Stars Robertson too. Yeah, I would say out of the two of I saw some people saying that Caulfield should have made the team. I feel like it's a bit of a hit or miss situation with him because he's, I think, a bit more of a clearly one-dimensional guy. But Lane, with how he's been playing recently, man, I think it's gonna suck not having him there. I'll say that. Hey, Oscar with the 39-month membership. Appreciate that, big man. Oh, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point, mate. I think about that. We need more emojis. Yeah, I mean, I'd be totally down. I mean, now we have more members with me doing a lot more of the content there. I would be totally down to do that. Let me know. Would you guys, what emojis should I put for the members here? Because we have some fun ones already, but they're pretty old. Chili, my girlfriend, is an Islanders fan, and she's thanking the stars above every waking day of the Islanders got Schaefer. And she should be thanking Canada as well for not having him at the Olympics, because it would have been cool, but I think he kind of needs the break a bit. So it'll kind of be perfect for everybody, really. Hey, Tyler with a 5. Ian Whiffenbach was a bigger snub from the World Juniors than Fox was the Olympic teams. Ooh, that's a spicy take, but I mean, I really like Whiffenbach. I will say,
from the WJC than
he's kind of like an Yzerman, where he's a little bit more of that kind of like one-dimensional power play, like opportunistic score. But I think he would have been really interesting on this team for sure. I mean, I would have maybe said the same about Zellers heading into this tournament, but he's actually had a bit more of like a two-way presence, so who knows? But thank you so much for that 5, Tyler. Oh, big chance by the Finns, not able to get to that rebound though. Huge clear there by the U.S. Oh man. What has gone into this game, man? But thank you so much for the Tyler, for the donation, Tyler. I appreciate that. And let's get some love in the chat for Tyler there, folks. Chase Reed now from the corner, spinning around. Good outlet pass there to Stiga, and now Zemer will collect it to try to find Zellers. Some pressure play. Now Kivi Haru behind his own net. Flutters it across to Yoki, but a good turnover there by Higgins. And some pressure here by Zemer now behind the Finnish net. Hagans trying to get it there. Good play by Emery to keep it in the zone. Now Hagans right there to Zellers. Couple of moves, but not able to get around Kiwi Haru. But he gets it back. Zellers now around the net. In front around. Oh, Zemer couldn't get the stick on it. Oh, what a setup by Zellers and Hagans. But Zemer, oh, man. You're on my fantasy team, Zemer. Come on. Come on, please. I need this speed. I need this. Blue stream also when Canada plays Slovakia tonight. Maybe, Robert? It depends on how my voice, it depends on how my voice does for the next little bit. But we'll see. Cristiano, right now we are 6:50 to go in the second period. Big steal by Spellacy coming up the ice. He shoots. Big block it looked like by Kiwi Haru in front. Or that shot was just so fast I didn't even see it touch anything. But yeah, the Spellacy, that Spellacy line, man, just continues to be my beloved, I swear. Right now, Hudson is so much better than Fox. I disagree, Merrick. I mean, Fox is still around a point per game, and I think has a bigger defensive floor than Hudson. But, like, compared to, like, a Hannafin, like, that's where I don't see the vision. Like, why is a Noah Hannafin above a Lane Hudson? I don't understand that whatsoever. And then Tyler again with the 5. Thank you so much, man. Tyler, we need to talk about how much of a GOAT you have been over these World Junior streams. Thank you so much,
was
man.
Supposed to be in the USHL and last minute.
Yeah. No, you made a great point there. I mean, he was incredible in the USHL, so it would have been a shame for him to be there again. Neiman in. The D coming right through. Chance for Carolina, but he can't get the shot off. Now coming in a shot again. But that opportunity by Ruhinen is blocked in front by the US. I will say, though, this second line for the Finns in Saralin, Tuva, and Ruhinen just continues to be their most consistent line. But thank you so much again, Tyler, for the donation. I mean, yeah, Wittenbach has been stellar. I think he's going to be real under the Flames in general have some real under the radar NCAA guys, but I think Wittenbach is 100% the most underrated. Finland are probably getting sick of Freebird. Well, we'll see if they can channel that anger into the scoreboard. Oh my gosh, I just looked up who Wittenbach was because I haven't heard of him, and he is amazing offensively. Yes, Wrecker. He is just a gift offensively. Like, he is just unbelievable. Which it is interesting that he went to Quinnipiac of all places, which is kind of a more structured, more defense-heavy system. But that's why they kind of needed somebody like him, and he's been given thrust into all the offensive opportunities and given all the chance to make it work, and he definitely has. 2020 and 2021 playoff streams were awesome bangers. Those, I gotta be honest too, the pandemic playoffs were just so good. Like, oh my goodness, they were just so good. Like, 2021 especially might be one of my favorite years. 2020, 2021, like, those playoffs were just so good. It was because we had nothing to watch, of course, but still. Also, Grav, I'm sorry I lied to you, but I'm secretly Lynn Hudson in disguise. Well, I guess the donations make a lot more sense then. Spellacy now behind the net, gives it away to Vasanen. And right there, Lasibulis will get it back for the Finns. Van Hunnen gets it back to Vasanen, and now Boyles up the ice. Pass across to Hemming, and he'll just shoot it back into the net for Nick Kemp to corral it. Chase Reed now up the ice, looking for an outlet. Off the wall, he'll find Zemer, and he'll split it back into the corner. As the Finns get to it first, Jokinen bouncing puck. Good pressure here by Zellers, continuing to do well off the boards, as he's done all tournament. But the Finns just narrowly escape the pressure and get it down the ice. Good play there. And Picarina doing some good work around the boards as well. Barnett. Now to Zellers. He'll get some space here up the middle. Zellers coming through the wave of defenders. And a delayed penalty coming up here. Is against Finland? I think. I'm pretty sure. It seemed like there was a delayed penalty. I'm pretty sure it's against Finland. I'm not trying to get my hopes up too much. But it seems like the U.S. are about to go on the power play, ladies and gentlemen. I yield, you are the donations go. True, Cameron, he is. Actually, let me know. Since we now know a lot more of the Olympic rosters, I would love to know from you guys, what do you think was the biggest Olympic snub out of all of them? Not just US, not just Canada, but like Sweden, Czechia, what we've seen so far out of them. Because, honestly, and this is, I do think Adam Fox is the biggest overall snub, but one that kind of still gets a bit underrated to me is no Simone Edvinsson for Sweden. I think he has been unbelievable defensively this year. Granted, him and Sider together have been great, but I think he's been a big part of that pair. I think his just defensive expertise and consistency is kind of going to be missed for that Swedish roster. Bringing a guy like an Oliver Ekman-Larsson instead, like, I know there's the experience factor, but I also think you need to give guys experience for them to get experience. And I feel like Edvinsson, and if we're going on the kind of more under the radar guys, I feel like he is somebody that I think might deserve that. Oh, Pickarainen just smoshed Hensler into the boards. Dude, why are my Badgers getting abused in this tournament? why are they getting abused, man? But yeah, definitely a penalty for boarding at least. I've been subbed since 2022. Where does the time go? That's actually a great question, Riker. When did you guys all subscribe? I've been subscribed since March 2017. Oh, it's under review. Okay. Interesting. Under review. Let's see. Okay, so just 2 minutes here for the penalty. And Kasper Pickarainen, Devil's prospect, there goes to the box for boarding. So a 2-minute power play here for the U.S. Big opportunity. We obviously saw how that last one went. OEL has been solid this year. I just think a lot of his value has come offensively, and I don't know how valuable that is for a Swedish team that I think has a lot of offense already from their back end, but we'll see. I just think Edvinsson is somebody that I would have had there in some capacity. But the U.S. just one shot in their last power play, but that one shot was a goal. We'll see if they can carry over some more momentum here. By the way, it seems like the lag has kind of been erased a bit more from the stream the last little bit. Knock on wood, of course. Cole Hudson to Hagens. Back off the boards to Hudson. He'll find some space. Cole now behind. Receiving the pass yet again. Now back to Hagens, who finds himself in the defensive spot. Big block there by the Finns. Coming up the ice almost completely was Jonas Saarelainen. But now up the ice, they'll get it again, and the Finns create some more time off the board. And now 1:30, Hudson gets it back in his own end. Hudson, back pass, able to find James Hagens. And now for Zemer, chip it across to Eisman, and he'll ship it around the boards. Horkov trying to play the body. Loose puck now behind the Finnish net. Nobody there for the dump out, and back down the ice it'll go. 1:10 left. 0 lag. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Again, knock on wood. Hudson all alone by himself. Not able to get the shot off, but great rush. Just a one-man army there. 52 seconds now left here. Getting it back will be Luke Osborne. To LJ Mooney, now to Lee. Lee back to Mooney on the blue line. Able to corral it as Teddy Stiga. Looking for his options. Give it away, though, and back down the ice, it'll go to the neutral zone. Rough play there by Zellers, just off the body of the Finnish defender. But now the U.S. back in. Stiga, a little bit iffy pass there, and Osborne's not able to keep it in. 18 seconds left. Yeah, the difference between this first and second power play is crazy. Stiga gets some space, though. Shoots it, blocked in front. Big opportunity there, but Kivaharu, look at the body. But Zellers right there shooting, and a big save by Rimpinen off the blocker. And the Finns are able to get it out for the final time as the clock will tick down on the U.S. power play. 2:24 now left in the second. 2-1 U.S. And the momentum on the American side here. Finland needs to keep this game close, especially heading into the third. But a big kill to keep that goal alive. Or a big penalty kill to keep that goal alive. Whatever year it was when you were turning 19, I remember you telling us your birthday. Oh, so 3 years ago? 4 years ago, Rob? No, it would be 4 years ago since I'm turning 23 in February. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh. All right, we're not going to think about that. I'm looking up on your last comment, Austin, just in case. Let's see. Oh, Stanley Cup champions, how far I can go back, 2025. Not sure how often this is. The website for the competition was referenced during last year's U18 championship in Texas. The website for this competition was referenced. Interesting. Yes, it is. It is true, Rob. I'm Unk now. I'm Unk. I'm 23, which I know will really make some of you other folks really sad to hear. I'm sure. 27. Let me see. You're old, even though I'm 3 years older than you. We're all old, Riker. It's how it is now. You just gotta deal with it. I'm already in the retirement home. Send me away. Zellers closed off very well there by Vasanen. And now the U.S. come right back up. Hudson. Chip play in by Zemer, but nobody's home for the loose puck. And now Max Westergaard, who's been phenomenal in this game, gets it across, but offside. Thank God, because Hemming was right there. Oh, I will say, again, we talked about it earlier, not trying to like write off players, but more so figuring out like the strengths and weaknesses a bit more clearly in this tournament. Emil Hemming is never somebody I was super high on. I didn't see him as a first round guy necessarily, but he did go there by the Stars. I think he has some good sprinting speed, especially in a straight line. Great shot, of course, when he does have the opportunity to shoot it, but when he's not shooting, when he's not scoring, you can kind of see the limited value there. I think he's kind of been the weakest of that like big time top six for the Finns. And as a first rounder, you obviously have a lot more expectations for a guy that should be really dominating this tournament, but I've never really seen that out of Hemming personally. Hey Jasmine, welcome back. It's good to have you. I did see that, Chili. The Nintendo Wii will be turning 20 years old, which is scary. Yeah, because literally some of my earliest memories are with the Wii, and I don't really want to think about that personally. I met you at 22, and now I'm turning 26 in April. We're gonna die so soon, Riker. It's so sad. Could you read my third last message? Okay, I got you. Third last. Oh, big chance again by in all seriousness, though, do you think, Grav, do you think the late Hudson family will go for NHL players, or will Lars Hudson be the next Jared Stahl? I mean, that is true that Quinn Hudson's also looking not too bad either, which not too surprising. He's developed quite well these last couple of years, but I don't know much about I don't know enough about Lars to tell you, but he's a Hudson, so he's probably gonna find a way, if that's any indication. What period is it? Jasmine, the second period just came to a close. As of now, the U.S. with a 2-1 win. Let me know. What is the vibe check, y'all? What is the vibe check? Are we thinking the U.S. are going to win this game, or are we thinking the Finns are going to win this game? I mean, my 2-1 Finland score prediction is already out. Already thrown away. But I think, considering everything, I think the U.S. have played this game really, really well. I think it was almost like a nightmare matchup for them. But I think they've done a great job kind of commanding the neutral zone, not letting Finland get too much speed, not letting them get those prime opportunities. I think the defense has done a much better job against the rush, against physical opposition, and that's been huge. Guys like Hensler, I think, have done a much better game. Kleber, I think, has been outstanding with his physical play. But I think just having a guy like Cole Hudson who can carry the puck like he is the best defense for the U.S. right now. Oh, yeah. I gotta say, for the folks that were asking if I was gonna do Canada later, my voice is not. I don't think my voice is gonna be able to handle that. I'll say that right now. Thomas says, "Go Finland, go!" Well, we'll see what happens the rest of this way. But to all the Finns here in the chat, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are now into the second intermission, and we'll have a decisive third period here coming up. I want to know in the chat too. Who do you think is scoring the next goal in this game? Which player will it be? For which team? Because as of right now, I think As much as I want to say the U.S. will get that insurance goal, I think the Finns are going to storm out very early in that third period and look a lot more competent. So I'm going to go for one that has continued to look good in this game, but I'm going to go for Julius Metnin, Seattle Kraken property. I'm going to say Julius Metnin for the Kraken is going to tie this game up and will make it 2-2. But I'm very curious. Very, very curious from y'all because I think there's so many guys that have played very well in this game that haven't been able to find the score sheet. Guys like Riker Lee, for example, on the U.S. team. I mean, Sarah Linen just continues to look good for the Finns too. On the defensive side, Kiva Harjus has some really good opportunities. So I think they've been getting closer and closer at least. Let's see. Hemming for Finland, Savanto. If anybody's going to score for the Finns, I hope it's him. Hemming could snipe one. USA scoring next. Let's see. I'm... Well... But I think it will be Metnin who ends up scoring next. We'll see if the U.S. could... I mean, the U.S. could easily just score right after that. But that's what I'm thinking as of now. Hensler because sends. I'm hoping so, Riker. Oh, I need it, Speed. I need it so bad. Daniel, welcome to the stream. How's it going, brother? Good to see you tonight. By the way, we got 107 folks in the chat right now. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and I appreciate the love here at the end of the stream. And all 107 of you guys, we're going to have a lot of fun throughout the rest of this game. But as an American perspective, I've been going crazy throughout this game because it's been a little bit better, actually, for the U.S. than I was expecting. So, we'll see. Hey! Tyler with the 2! My man just continues to come through! Love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, really?
As we were talking about when Wittenbach scored lol.
That's incredible. Actually, for Quinnipiac tonight, I forgot. I don't know why I forgot it was a Friday. So, of course, college hockey's going on. But that's incredible. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. If you haven't already, if you haven't, this is the best time to get some Tyler love because he has been killing it with the nations in these streams. I don't think Finland will ever get a point up on the USA, another one, because they have scored once. But yeah, I will say their kind of transition speed and their speed in general, getting out of their own zone, has been a bit discombobulated, especially in that second. But we'll see. Steal Your Stars, good to see you in the stream, by the way. Patrick Line is scoring next, obviously. I mean, just bring back Jesse Puljujärvi, right? Why not? And I'm doing very well. Hopefully you're doing good too. Happy New Year as well to you. It's good to see you. I'm doing great. USA is up by 1. We'll see how much that's able to stand, but I'll take it for sure. Mikola should bench Arioka for the rest of the game. He's been pretty awful in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I think in general that fourth line has kind of had their ups and downs, especially when you compare it to the third line of like Westergaard and how good him and Kutzer are looking, especially Westergaard, though. He's been all over the ice tonight. Weird question, but who's your favorite national play-by-play? Not a weird question at all, because mine is very, very close between two guys. It's either Gordon Miller for TSN, of course, or what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? I would go Doc if it was past guys, but the guy on ESPN who's really loud, you know what I'm talking about? I love him. And I think he brings a passion to the game that is really radiant. What is his name? You guys know who I'm talking about, though, right? Yes, Bob Wushushkin. Thank you so much. Because I don't know why I forgot about his name there. But he is electric, and I love him to bits. He just has that, like, radiant, deeper voice. I just think it's perfect for a play-by-play guy. Kiva Harju from Own Blue Line? Oh, poor Nick Kempf, eh? Who plays who if the U.S. win? I'm not sure, Daniel. I know it'll get reseeded. But I would, like, let's take into account, like, let's just say, for an example, say that Canada wins that game. I would imagine it would be Canada. Or no, it would be Sweden because they swept preliminaries. It'd be Sweden versus, I believe. Well, if the U.S. win, if the U.S. win, I believe it would be I think would it be Canada? Would it be Sweden versus US? I don't know. Somebody smarter than I'm trying to do the actual like group stage points and factor that in all in real time, and it's not working out for me right now. If USA and Canada win, it's Sweden, Czechia, and then Canada, USA. Oh my gosh. Those would be such good games too, man. Such good games. No, it would kind of be sad to see that USA Canada matchup only in the semis. In 10 years, Czechia is beating USA by 10 goals because of your economy. My economy, Yusuf? Also, Robert, 1:40 a.m. in Czechia. My girlfriend will pull out the Tom Wilson if I wake her up. I'll try to be a bit quieter then, for you, Robert. Thank you so much for still tuning in, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, it's World Juniors time, man. You gotta make do when you can. Yeah, for the Finns, bring back Kapanen, Puljujärvi, Laine, just all of them. Rupe, Hintz, just every single one. By the way, this remix of Dino Jungle in Mario Kart World is so good. Oh, so good. Do you think Lucas Beckman has a chance next year of being at least a third goalie for Canada? I mean, I could see it. He's kind of been under the radar, but he's played pretty well this year. So I wouldn't be opposed to it, really. Ooh, Sacro. Gonna say Horkoff gets the next one. I mean, Eisman was completely snake bitten and looking horrible, and he got his goal. So maybe the same could happen to Horkoff. We'll see. I'd be down. In this economy? Absolutely. In this economy, goals. In this economy? What? Eh? No, it's not happening. But yeah, I would say Gord Miller would probably be my favorite just because he reminds me of World Juniors. Therefore, it's good. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. What is your favorite play-by-play commentator of all time? Of all time, it would still be Doc to me, but I think Gord's up there as well. I have headphones so you can be as loud as you want. Good. I'm just going to celebrate goals when the Czechia played. Oh, well, that's a bummer. She should know, though. She should know the priorities and what's important in life, and that's Czechia winning hockey games. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real here. USA is playing the best so far in this tournament out of everybody, Nicholas? The whole tournament? The whole thing? The entire thing? I wouldn't say that. I mean, they've been playing pretty good in this game, but I think the Sweden game was a bit of Germany game was a bit closer. Slovakia was a bit. I would say this is like the first game that the US have played that I'm like, oh, okay. Defense is an option. Intriguing. I want to hear more about this defense and goaltending. I'll check back in on that. The other games, it was like, we're getting by the skin of our teeth if we're winning the game. And the goaltending is still up in the air. I'll just say, again, Nick Kemp is who I thought was going to be the starter going in. He only played against Switzerland in the group stage, which was just very strange to me. And now he's coming in and playing very well versus Finland. I feel like the US literally just had a self-inflicted gunshot to the toe. Like, there wasn't really any reason for them to not have Kemp as the starter to start. They just liked Caleb Heil for some reason. And he had to play like 2 games, even though it obviously wasn't it. I just don't really understand that when Nick Kemp probably should have been the guy anyways. Whatever. If it's in the past, it's in the past. I just think for the US, it could have been real easier. But we'll see. Okay. Al Michaels, do you believe in miracles? Enough said. True. I mean, in terms of that iconic voice, absolutely. Let's see. Okay. I am curious to see how this third period goes, because, again, the U.S. have played a lot better today. Oh yeah, good. That's a good choice. StealYourStars and Pure Hood will forever be my favorite commentator. Nobody comes close for me. The debut. I mean, just a classic. When you have that classic catchphrase, it goes a long way. Where can I watch? It's on NHL Network in the US and TSN in Canada. I don't know where it will be in Finland if that's the case. I'm trying not to overhype Beckman just because he's a sense pick, but I honestly think he's played well enough for at least an invite. For sure. I mean, his team's really good, but he's also a big part of why his team's really good, so. Ranson is coming out for the third with a piece of paper that says I'm 19. With that full beard and all, too. Let's see. Okay, I am caught up now. Good to know. I am caught up. Yeah, we're gonna get the third period here going in a few minutes time. Let me know in the chat too. What is your final score prediction for this game? Because I mean, I did say that the Finns would score the next goal, but I'm gonna say that the U.S. wins this game 3-2 in overtime. I think we're about to see an absolute classic final bit of this game, folks. Just a hunch. I think we're gonna see some overtime here, which is actually a bit surprising because we have not seen. Have we seen one overtime yet? In this entire tournament? Am I going? Oh, it was Czechia, Finland, right? Was that the only one? Am I going crazy? Oh, and Canada, Latvia. Okay, there has been some more overtimes. I apologize. But not as many as I would want. I want all the overtimes. Give me every single overtime ever. That's all I need. Finball says it'll be 4-1. Sacker says 4-3 US in regulation. Okay, so we'll see a few more goals here. I like that. I'm all down. Has Canada played Verhoff at all? They played him a lot in that Denmark game. Not as much in the Finland game, though he had that turnover, so I can kind of understand. But seems like he's kind of replaced Carroll's as kind of that extra D, which I could understand. I think he's kind of better in that spot. I will say, it is intriguing how Carson Carroll's tournament went because I'm still pretty high on him, but I have him more in my later top 10 rather than some people that were having him as potential top 5 pick in this draft heading into this tournament. He had like one game where he was playing like second pair of minutes and then really didn't do very well in that. So I'm intrigued to see where the draft momentum goes for Carroll's because I don't think his World Juniors went as maybe some would have hoped. But I still think he's worthy of a top 10 pick, though I think there are some bigger holes in his defensive game that kind of leave me a bit curious to see how he translates. Because in terms of like the pedigree and the potential, he has all the makings to be a really solid defender, and I've seen him be a solid defender. It's just for some reason, like half the games I've watched of him this year have not really been great defensively. Like he's letting guys go against him pretty easily against the rush. Like, not quite using that body as much as I'd want him to. When he gets started and activates offensively, he has some pretty good moments up in the rush, and especially with a shot in the offensive zone, he has some good moments there. But it has been kind of curious because I think the reputation of him being the best defenseman of this class, I haven't quite seen that as much as I want to, but it's still a lot of time, obviously, for him. Oh, gonna double down Horikoff with 2 goals in the third? I mean, I'd be fine. I would be fine with that. I would be all right. That would work for me. Oh, yeah, Rick Jeanneret, absolutely. One of the best out there. Is Hellebuck USA's #1 for the Olympics? I would think so, Rick. I mean, he didn't start out the Four Nations very well, but as that tournament went on, I think got a lot more comfortable. So I think that was kind of like the testing ground for him, and I think he passed enough to be able to still be the #1 guy. I think the U.S. wins this by a lot, but this will be their last match. I can't see a win against Canada. Yeah, I would agree on that, personally. If they face the Canadians, I don't think it's a great matchup. But I said that about Finland, and they're winning so far, so we'll see. Was McKenzie a surprise in this roster? I wouldn't say a major surprise for me, considering how well he's done in the WHL. Like, I mentioned this last stream, but, like, he is so fundamentally sound, so confident with the puck. He activates when he needs to, but isn't too risky either. He just plays the game in such a solidified way that makes him easy to root for and easy to put out there on the ice. So, yeah, he was undrafted, but for people that have been watching the WHL this year, like, he's been a major factor for his team. So, I don't know. I think he's deserving of the opportunity, and I think he's done well with it so far. He's like been one of the only defensemen on Canada where I think you could really have no issues with how he's played so far, in his role at least. All right. Third period should be starting here in a couple of minutes' time, folks. I am so ready for this, by the way. If you are ready, let me get in all caps ready in the chat down below. That's all I want to see. If you are ready for this climactic third period between the U.S. and the Finns, put ready in the chat. Whether you're cheering for the Finns or the U.S., lock in your readiness. Lock in. You're locked in. Lock in how locked in you are. But I am certainly ready. I am certainly ready to get this period underway. We got 110 beauties in the chat right now. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to have a fun time here in this very intriguing third. Hey, Robert with a donation. Thank you so much. Love to see that. Love to see that. Oh, okay.
If Zane scores 2 night, I am donating 5 sub.
So if Zane
equals 1 USD.
If Zane scores tonight, Robert will donate 5 subs to the channel. Thank you so much if that is the case. Well, Zane's been pretty hot so far this tourney, so we'll see if that happens. But thank you so much for the donator, Robert. And let's get him as the last donator, shall we? Love it. Love it. Yeah, let's get some love for him in the chat as we get officially underway in this third period. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's have a fantastic World Juniors Day. To open up the third period with the U.S. leading by 1 goal, they'll enter the offensive zone. Off the turnover, Hagens gets some room. He shoots! And just high off Rimpinen. Hagens again, though, from the corner, looking for another opportunity here. Digging through the pressure. He gets it back into the corner. Kiviharju there first to the puck, though. And the Finns able to get it out effectively. Now Hemming comes through. Shot just off the stick and wide. And now the U.S. go back into the neutral zone. Another solid play by Saralainen, but Hagen's trying to battle for that puck there too. Comes loose as Zellers fights for it. Now Riker Lee hunting it with the forecheck. Now you have a good play there by Tuukka, but not able to get into the offensive zone. Now Väisänen looking for the outlet pass, but gives it right away to Chase Reed. And now Osborne, as his partner, gets it up the ice. Dumped into the finish end. Väisänen again. Under pressure by this U.S. team, Väisänen, a couple of outlet passes getting turned over. He gets it back behind the finish net once more. U.S. getting that line change will open up an opportunity here for the Finns. Not very collected the first minute and a half of this period, I'll say that. It's a little bit chippy right now. Chase Reed first to that dump-in attempt, and they get it back to the neutral zone. Now, a good play by Vanzagi on Jokinen. Takes him down. The Finns first to that puck again. Pikkarainen trying to get it out under some heavy pressure, and he does. Now across. Still with the puck. Finns get it. Now Westergaard using that speed. Shot there off a couple of bodies. Now behind the net for Pikkarainen. Ooh, Kunsa trying to get that board battle. Stuck now in the corner. He gets it. I love a player that wears number 29, so Kunsa is good in my book. Gets it back to the point. Shot by Pipparainen gets blocked. Pipparainen engages, activates into the corner. Looking good as a draft-eligible D on that play. And the U.S. will just default to their goaltender, and Kemp will get the cover. Some good pressure, though, by that Finnish fourth line. Or, sorry, third line. I have so much hope for Zane as a Calgary fan, as you should, Robert. Though, like he has been phenomenal. I mean, not defensively, he still has his warts, but what he's been able to do with his stretch passes, his confidence. When he is confident, he's a special player, and you haven't really been able to see that yet with Calgary this year. That's why people who say overagers in the NHL draft are never valuable. They're often right. Like. The amount of guys that are really, like, the amount of guys that are overagers that get drafted that are actually future NHLers are pretty rare. You have to be like the cream of the crop in terms of improvement to get there. I think they're still worthy of draft picks. I just never really have overagers in my first 2 rounds, just because I don't really think that most of them have the value to warrant that, if that makes sense. Unless they've, like, again, gargantually improved their play. Great chance in front by Hemming! Off the post with the shot! Many of you guys were calling Hemming to tie this game up, and he almost did. Was just a few inches away, but wasn't able to bury it. But now he comes back again to Mjenen. Now across. Good play, but just picked off. Jokinen off the puck. Good play there by Zemer. And now into the finish end. Wow. Hemming with all the time and space wasn't able to convert. Hagen's a good stick. Keeps that in. Now Zellers with some speed. Gets right in front. And a great save by Petteri Rimpinen. Looks like a penalty will also be called here. Is it against the U.S.? I think it might. Maybe goalie interference? Yeah, I think Zeller's going off for goalie interference. Let's see that again, because Zellers really came through in the slot with a great opportunity. Man, that Hemming shot was so close, too. So, yeah, let's see the Zellers play here. He was in the crease, so I can kind of see it. I just think at this point of the game, that's a bit... it's a... by the rule book, if you're going to go in the crease and interfere with the goalie like that, it is goalie interference, but... The Finns will now go on the man advantage here with 16:07 to go. Let me know, was that a W or an L call? I would say probably was the right call considering things, but it is still brutal to have that happen with 16 minutes to go in the third. But the Finns win the opening faceoff. Kiviharju, now to Hemming. Down low it goes. Right across, trying to get that cross crease pass. Wasn't completed. Kiviharju now able to find some outlets here. Back to Kiviharju at the point. Looking for a shooting lane, but he'll find Hemming on the pass. Hemming now across to Kiviharju for the shot, and that one off the pad of Kemp. Behind the net. Right there across to Tuva. Kiviharju again, and a shot by Hemming, and another save by Kemp. Back into the corner it'll go. Oliver Savanto, the draft eligible this year, finds Hemming across the boards. Now to Tuva again. Doesn't go for the shot. Finds Kiviharju at the point. 1:09 to go in the power play. Tuva again to Kiviharju. Now to Hemming again, and that shot blocked, but Hemming keeps it going. Now along the hash marks, across to Tuva. Great pass, and that one blocked enough by Cole Hudson to get out of play. Or, sorry, back to the finish end. But the Finns will go for a change here. 50 seconds now left in the man advantage. Kiviharju looking to get the equalizer here. Ruhinen, a bad turnover, though. Great little play there by LJ Mooney. And he gets it back into the finish end. Now getting it deep. Matthias Vanan. Now to Kunsa, to the point, and it goes to Boylis. The Ducks prospect gets it across, finds Miettinen. And back to the point it goes. Boylis to Kunsa, and the shot there goes just a bit high. Oh boy. Miettinen, now back to Boylis. At the point looking. Now Miettinen, right there. Boylis, passing across. Kunsa right there, but a big block by Osborne. But the Finns keep it in. Power play has ended, but still a cycle here for the Finns. Right there, Kunsa, what a chance! The game on his stick, but he shoots way wide. And somehow the U.S. are able to escape danger there. Oh, boy. What a chance. What an opportunity for Kunsa right there on the one-timer. But he's not able to convert. I mean, Kemp was, like, spread out completely and wasn't able to make it happen. Brutal. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Big penalty kill there by the USA. I was about to say the USA, but it kind of came out that way. USA have been playing a lot better tonight than against Sweden. Of course, hoping my Finnish neighbors coming back from this. Yeah, I much more consistent, which they needed that, obviously. First, you thought my last name was Evans. Now you think it's Lee. My last name is my YouTube name. I'm sorry, Riker, but you have some really sick hockey players that have your first name. Riker Lee is a good one too. Hey, I'm just saying, Nathan McKinnon, share that with my boy. You'll learn to appreciate it. What do you think about Galvis? Should someone pick him at 6 or 7 rounds? He looked really good like every game. Yeah, Galvis has been sensational. I mean, I've always thought he should have been a draft pick, and maybe he still could be. But the mobility, the skill that he has in transition, how much he's able to step into the play and make it look effortless is just a ton of fun. I would have asked if you would be up to rating Tom Grossi during tonight's Q&A. He was one every Friday, but unfortunately he's 6-0. Oh, brutal. Wishing him the best. Absolute legend. True, Robert. Yeah, I watched this stream on my phone in the game on my girlfriend's. That's hilarious. Hey, when World Juniors come, you gotta make sacrifices. You gotta lock in, you know? Finns in the offensive zone, win the face-off there. Jokinen ends up giving it away, though, and Zeller's now off the boards. Neiman in from the corner. With 13:45 to go in the third, time is clicking for the Finns here. Needing that equalizing goal. They've been pushing, but haven't been able to find that tying goal. Now up the ice they'll come. Saralainen a shot, saved by Kempf, and no rebound allowed. That, I think, has been a major part of the goaltending of this game so far, is that Kempf has not allowed many rebounds, not a lot of second opportunities. They have been really wrapped up very easily. And I think Kempf has done a great job of keeping things quiet, not giving the Finns too many opportunities, those rebound chances, those second tries. Really good job here by Kempf so far tonight. Hasn't been tested too much, but 17 saves on 18 shots, not too bad, considering what we've been seeing before in the goaltending department. Danny Bro, hang in there. They're trying their best right now. Finland is attacking. Jokinen from the corner, stepping in as a D. Rikerly able to get that puck out, though, and back to the neutral zone as Väisänen gets it for the Finns. Jokinen to his D partner, Väisänen. And up the ice it'll go. Chip play now. Miettinen trying to put it near the slot. Now Jokinen is shot. That one blocked in front, though. Very well by AJ Emery. Back to the point, but nobody home. And right down the ice to the finish end. Across, Jokinen. Great pressure by Riker Lee, but doesn't give up the puck in the critical moment here. 12:43 to go. Kasper Pikkarainen chipping it into the offensive end. Asher Barnett to that puck first. He's able to find Cole Eisman, and he slings it into the Finland end. Good pressure by McKinney on Kiviharju. And now the Finns come right back up. Pikkarainen gives that puck away, though, to Chase Reed. And right there, Osborne collects it back. Oh, boy. Come on. Time is ticking here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, is that icing against the U.S.? Not great, if that's the case. Tidius, what do you think of which team wins? I mean, my original prediction was 2-1 Finland, but McMorrow's going to the locker room. Looked like puck might have hit his wrist on the block shot. That is brutal. Brutal blow for the U.S. He's been great on that bottom six. Iberg, right now 12:16 left in the third period. Face-off win here for the U.S. Osborne now off the boards. Back to the middle it goes, and to the loose puck is Pikkarainen. There's Pikkarainen, there's Pipparainen, there's... yeah. Man, Finland has had some great players, except when Ottawa drafts from there. Yeah, pretty much. You hit the nail on the head. McKinney gets to that puck first, and to the middle it'll go. Penalty? Why did the play go dead? Did it hit the scoreboard or something? No, Brandon, probably not. Mostly because my voice is just destroyed right now. I mean, I haven't because I haven't done these game streams in so long. It's such a different vibe. You know what I mean? But I haven't streamed as much as I needed to. I gotta get my voice trained back up by doing these streams. You know what I mean? Mike Greer in the stands. I mean, as he should be. A lot of sharks in this tournament. And hey, Cole McKinney as well. In this one. Puck out into the Finland bench, and with 11:27, U.S. doing a good job kind of keeping this game at bay, strangling Finns defensively, which I did not think. If you told me this was going to happen after that Sweden game, I would not have expected it. But the U.S. has done a great job defending in this game, keeping the Finns rush against them, not making sure those odd-man opportunities are not there. Just a really consistent game by this defense, and they truly did need it. I don't think they've had a good defensive game in this tournament, really, but they've been able to show some really good things so far. Väisänen now up the ice, put into the corner now, and getting it to first is Yoki, but given away there. Horkov gets to it, and now up the ice, AJ Spellacy with some speed. Carving through the defense. Quick shot there on ooh. Man. Very close call there. But big save there by Rimpinen. Yeah, I just realized there's Rimpinen, there's Pipparainen, there's Pikkarainen. I love it. Grav, who is the meme player of this draft? Justavara, I was going to say Kasper Justavara Karlsson. Fantastic name for Sweden. Apparently he's only going as Justavara as his last name in this tournament, which is sad because the nameplate of his full name would be hilarious. I hope Colin Potter will get better and play next year. His speed and potential is really good. Oh, yeah. Oh, great chance in front by Zellers. Loose puck again, but Rimpinen is just able to cover in time. But the U.S. doing a good job getting some attack going here. 11 to go. But yeah, I agree on Potter's part. The speed is unbelievable. The skill and conjunction is crazy to watch in real time. I think he's just kind of somebody that needs a bit more of a bigger body around him to facilitate some of those opportunities. But the pace is just electric. I love him so much. And he's been starting to actually score a lot more these last few weeks, which is deserved because he was just truly snake-bitten to start the year. Speaking of snake-bitten, James Higgins. Don't be a U.S. centerman, or else you'll just be snake-bitten the rest of your life, apparently. Or don't be somebody that was a potential high draft pick as an American centerman, or else you'll just be snake-bitten forever. That's what I've learned, at least. Hemming, a couple of nice moves, dances through and dumps it into the corner. Kleber to it first for the Americans. But a board battle results in possession here for the Finns. Chance in front by Miettinen, but given away to Zimmer. But the Finns get it back from the point. Good play there by Väinänen. But again, Kleber gets to it first in the corner and skies it into the neutral zone. I mean, besides that one really good shift by that Zellers line, it seems like the U.S. are just content with getting it through the middle and putting the Finns on their toes to bring it right back. Pipparainen, back pass there. Good little play. And Chuka not able to get to that puck first. Ruhinen, though, trying to dig for it in the corner. Off Asher Barnett. Now Jokinen in the corner as well. Jumping up in the play as a D. In front of the net, great chance by Saralainen, but not able to get the shot off. Back to the boards it'll go, though, for Ruhinen, but good turnover there by LJ Mooney, or else that would have been dangerous for the Finns. 9:50 now left in the third. Ruhinen and Pipparainen will clean it up back in their own zone here. Horkov and Ben Saga in the same line now? Cold War time. I mean, having a Flyers and Penguins prospect on the same line is pretty funny. I will say that. I mean, I think they could complement each other pretty interestingly, though. They are pretty similar players. Finland has been scoring way more, too many last-second goals at 6-on-5 the last couple of years. U.S. better score one more. I'm hoping so, Robin. It doesn't feel great, even if the Finns haven't done the greatest job of getting into the net. That they always can, no matter the point in the game. We got 100 beauties in the stream right now. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We have just a few minutes to go in this third period, so do not go anywhere. For all the live reactions, stick with us right here, right now. Oh, trivia time from Riker. We don't have Jacob in here, sadly, but we'll have some Riker trivia, which I love. Trivia time since 2016, Ottawa has drafted 5 Finnish players. How many can you name? So Robbie Järventie. There was Robbie Järventie, Levi Meriläinen. There was like one like bigger like Finnish defenseman that they drafted recently, but I can't remember his name. It was like in the 2024 draft or something. I can't remember. So you said 5. I got Meriläinen. I got Järventie. Oh, Lassie Thompson, and other Finnish defensemen. I don't know. I can't remember the 5th one. I got the big ones though, at least. I got the big ones at least. KGM, let's go Finland. Well, there's still an opportunity here for them to strike back. We'll see. Why are hey Grav, why are all Canadian games the latest games? Is there a reason? I don't know actually. Maybe it's just like TSN wants it to be later for like broadcasting reasons. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But I'll take it. I like doing these streams a bit earlier in the day, just so I have some time later on to eat, mostly. But I kind of like how chill it is in that way. But yeah, of course, that's a good time to mention. We'll be live for the 4th and the 5th for whatever ends up happening. If it's Canada versus the U.S., as an example, which if the U.S. win the game and if Canada wins that game, it will be. If it is Canada versus the U.S., we'll be streaming that game on the 4th, and of course, streaming the gold medal game on the 5th. So still a lot more stream to come for this year's World Juniors that we'll want to have you here for. Oh, Eric Wallenius. Yeah. Dang it. Yeah, That's so sad because I like had him on the tip of my tongue too. But what a I'm not gonna say like an irrelevant player because he's way better than I have ever been, of course, in hockey by like 200%. But yeah. I did say though it was a bigger Finnish defenseman from the 2024 draft, and that's what Wallenius is. What a chance for Vensagi, but a great save by Rimpinen off the rush. Oh, baby. What an opportunity. Now Hemming trying to go for a big opportunity there by that first line, but not able to enter the zone very cleanly. But yeah, Veninen has had some good spots to come up, just hasn't been able to get the puck very efficiently. 8:45 now left in the third period. 2-1 USA. Finland on the attack. This is what the World Juniors is all about. Brody Zemer, turnover. Able to find Zellers here, and that first line continues to cook. Zemer now, right there, Zellers! What a save by Rimpinen with the glove! Holy mama! But Terry Rimpinen has come to play tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He might have allowed 2 goals, but he is still sharp as ever. What a save on the Vensagi shot, and then absolutely stolen away by Will Zellers. My goodness gracious. Wow. Is Super Chat better or gifting memberships? Just curious. I don't know. I would assume memberships just because I know on Super Chats, like let's say you give like $2, like I only get about like 150 of that because YouTube takes a sum of those donations. But I don't think they do the same with memberships. So like as an equivalent there, if you wanted to. Oh, what a chance! What a save! Was that blocked in front? What a chance by Spellacy, but not able to score. The U.S. have put the Finns on their heels. And with 8 minutes to go, Finns in the offensive zone. Back to the blue line, Nieminen trying to find Yoki, but the Americans get it out there very clearly. Oh, thank you so much, Ois, for the 5 memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Scores. My man. Love to see that. Thank you so much for that, Oisy. Happy New Year. Thanks for the content. Hey, I appreciate that so much, brother. I hope we have a fantastic New Year as well. And the content is just going to keep on coming. Don't you worry. I appreciate that. But the members, we got Riker getting a membership. I mean, Oisy got a membership themselves. which you love to see. Oh, what a chance! And they score! Tied right up! Tuba gets the tying goal! And Leo Tuba comes through! Oh my goodness! They get it! They've tied it with 7:17 to go! What a pass across! Holy! That was just perfect on the tape of Tuva. The Americans have so many chances right there, but the Finns are able to battle back around it and find the tying goal. Wow. Just a perfect pass across. Was that Nieminen? Oh, no. That was Vahanen able to find Tuva. What a perfect feed. And it is tied 2-2. Oh, baby. Man. Just left alone all in front of the net. And we have ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry. The assist going to Kiviharju and Sirlainen on that goal. Oh, baby. This is great. That's crazy. That's what I was saying, man. You can never count out the Finns at any point in the game, no matter what. But again, thank you for the donation, for the memberships. Always do. I appreciate it. And the members go to Riker. Hey, Leia gets one, and Braden as well as Bob. So if you guys did get memberships, make sure you say your appreciation to Oizu in the chat. Oh. Pretty good profile picture. Thank you, Hila, for the $2. Happy New Year. I'm still your number one fan. That's fair. That's fair. Hope you're doing well, Elon. I appreciate that. Man, I cannot believe it, Finland. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Well, I can't believe it, actually. I can very much believe it that Finland tied this game. 6:42 now to go, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new ball game, and the Finns have done it yet again. Back to square one in the quarterfinals. Boys and girls, are we about to see some overtime? Are we about to see some overtime today? Let us know. Yes or no. Are we going to see some overtime tonight? Or are we going to see a go-ahead goal? I did predict 3-2 USA. Oh, what a chance! And they score again! The Finns strike once more! Back-to-back goals to stun the US! Right in front of the net, left up all alone! What an opportunity! And they make the most of it! Jonas Saralainen! Just a bad clear attempt there by Kleber. Right in front of the net. Kleber not having his guy. Ben Narek, who set up the great goal earlier, looking at the puck the whole entire time. What a pass across by Leo Tuva, who got the game-tying goal, sets up the third for the Finns. And out of nowhere, the US are stunned completely. What was such a great defensive effort was so consistently good. Man. You gotta be kidding. I can't have crap right now, man. We finally play good defensively and they just completely choke it in like a minute. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I guess we are going to overtime, and this is how the Americans are gonna play in the rest of the third. Are you kidding me? Oh, boy. And now the US are on their heels as the Finns completely devastate them out of nowhere. With 5:35 to go, now their tournament is on the line. Chase Reed, a horrible giveaway. Now to Pickle right in. Big save by Kempf to stop the bleeding. Oh, boy.
I haven't seen crumbling like this.
Thank you, Leia.
Against my Seahawks 2 weeks ago, lol.
It's brutal. It's brutal. If they lose this game, I want Bob Matskow to never touch my team again. Never trust a Gophers coach ever, dog. Never. Ever. Just a complete failing from the defense against the rush on that just very clear dump in, just a complete miscommunication. And now the Finns come right back up. Daniel Niemann in across the net. Not able to find a tip there. But the Finns aren't backing down, even if they're up. My goodness. Thank you so much, though, Leia, for the last donator. Let me get you up there. Because even though the U.S. are finding ways to hurt my soul, you never could. You never could. You gotta be kidding me, man. Are you kidding? I thought we were gonna get some great overtime. I was like, I'm so excited. But with 4:20 to go in the third, the U.S. have the opportunity to tie it up. It's up to them now, though, as they have completely collapsed under the weight of their lead. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. Still a little bit left to go in this game. Icing against the Finns, so an offensive zone face-off here with 4 minutes to go. I can't believe it, dog. I can't believe it. This is literally... What is it? Isn't this exactly like the gold medal game? The Capo Caco winner? It feels like it. Shades of that game, truly. I will watch the Canada game. I just don't know if I'll have the voice to stream it after how much this game has taken from me so far. Crazy. Crazy. Nathan, hi from Germany at 2:22 a.m. I guess I can't go to sleep now. Yeah, no, you certainly can't, Nathan. Great first name, though, by the way, and happy to see you. Cheers from Texas. Osborne, some dancing around the blue line. Gets it to Riker Lee. Now behind the net. Lee looking to make a move. He finds Chase Reed. Closing space. Tip there in front. Nothing going. Loose puck. Stiga trying to find it. Pippa Ryan gets to the puck first, though, and back down the ice to the American end. That'll be icing, though, again. So another opportunity here. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go again. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on. After all of this, after all of that, are you kidding me? They were in the driver's seat. They were playing so well defensively. I just can't believe it, man. Great. Oh, Pippa Ryan trying to get it out. Not able to, though. U.S. doing a good job keeping that puck in. Chip play, and the Finns are able to get it out eventually. Ruhanen now with control, gets it in the corner. Hensler now. Loose puck, is able to find Cole Hudson. And now the Americans get a little bit of momentum coming out. L.J. Mooney with 3:17 left in the third. Finds Will Horkoff. Able to get it back to the point for Cole Hudson. Hudson dancing around. Getting some space. Deep in the offensive zone. He has it. Trying to find an outlet, but off of Horkoff's skate. What are you doing, Horkoff? A 2-on-2 now for the Finns. Great chance for Hemming in front. What a pass across. Kept the save. Still able to keep the U.S. in it. Horkoff just complete, utter bullcrap on that shift. Doesn't collect the pass. Lets the 2-on-1 happen. Leisurely skates back to the play. Idiot. Oh my gosh, man. Now the Finns come right back up. Miettinen gets it deep into the zone. Hudson off it. Ugh. I've been so pissed off with Will Horkoff this entire tournament, and he's done jack all for so long now. But that effort down a goal with like 3 minutes to go is unacceptable. Use your feet. You're not the biggest skater in the world, but like, or you're not the best skater in the world, but come on. It's do or die. And they obviously want to die if that's how they're going to respond. 2 minutes now left in the third period. 3-2. The Finns have the lead after 2 straight unanswered goals. Hagen's a shot with no rebound, or no buddy into the rebound, and back down the ice as the Finns clear. Chase Reed, outlet pass, finds Zellers. I mean, if there's going to be a tying goal, it's probably going to be this line. Zellers, all by himself, trying to weave his way through, but now Hagen's right across, scores! Zellers to Hagen's to Lee! And we're tied up at 3! What is going on? Lee is able to make his mark, and now the U.S. have tied this game. Let's go, baby! Let's go! Higgins, what a play to get that puck finally in the slot. Bada boom, bada bing, baby. And the U.S. are back in this game, right on the brink. Higgins responds. Lee responds. We are back in this game, baby. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a play by Timothy James Higgins, baby. What a goal. And with 1:33 left, we are tied, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, we have never been so back. We have never, ever, ever been so back. Hit that like button for the reactions. Stick with us here today. I don't want to say we're getting anything right now in terms of what could be after this. But 3-on-2. What a chance in front. Great play. Oh, not able to get the shot off. Oh, thank goodness for that. 1:02 now left in the third. Cole Hudson now up the ice. Oh, gives it away. Right here, a great chance for Sarah Leiden. Trying to get around Kleber, not able to. Gets the body on him. But back to the point it goes for Niemanen. Daniel Niemanen in a move. Gets right in front, but gives it away. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh. 38 seconds now left in regulation. The U.S. and the Finns are tied at 3. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know if you're cheering for the U.S. or the Finns. Let us know in the chat. Get some Go USA. Get some Go Finland. Oh my gosh. What a game. What a game. Back again. Hemming trying to come through the slot. Now Miettinen in front. Great chance across. Loose puck there. But they're able to get it out. Oh my goodness, Melisy. Right at the right time. Gets the puck into the offensive zone. Offside is the call. But 5.3 now left in the third. Holy crap, dude. Oh. Oh, man. Oh. I cannot believe this game. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out so bad. I can't. I can't. Or I don't even want to say anything. I don't know if we're going to get overtime or not, but it seems like we will, ladies and gentlemen. Are you excited for some overtime? Get some W's in the chat if you are. This is going to be wild. This is going to be wild. And we officially will. 3-3 between the U.S. and the Finns, and regulation is not enough for this classic. Some more extra hockey to decide who will move on to the semi-finals. Do or die in overtime. Are you ready? I don't know. Are you ready? I want to see it. If you're ready, get some readies in the chat. Get some overtime hype. Get some W's. Get some love. Let's break it go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some overtime here in one of the biggest games, pretty much the biggest game of the tournament up to this point. Two really solid teams battling it out back and forth. What a day of action. What a game of action. And we are here next for overtime. So, now that we do get overtime, I want to know in the comments down below, who do you think gets the overtime winner? Will it be the U.S.? Will it be Finns? Who will it be on either team? I'm going to say, so far, you guys know, for my overtime predictions, I always go one for each team. If it's for the U.S., I think it's going to be Zellers. If it's for the Finns, I'm going to go for, you know what? We're going to go with, Kiwi Harju has had a pretty good game up to this point. I'm going to say him. So, for the U.S., I'm locking in Zellers for the Bruins, and for the Finns, I'm locking in Kiwi Harju of the Minnesota Wild. KGM, good luck, Grav. Canada time. Hey, enjoy the game, brother. You're not going to watch overtime? Unbelievable. Amy, I just made it, so I'm happy. Hey, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. I can't even. This game has been crazy. This game has been so wild, but I'm so here for it, man. I'm so here for it. Oh, Overtime. Overtime. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. No, I said he's a Bruins prospect, Mark. Let's see. Don't need to predict a Finn because they aren't winning. I'm terrified. Yeah, no. For sure, Cameron, for sure. Definitely. As we're like, what's happening? What's happening? That's how I feel at least right now. All right, boys and girls, are you ready for overtime? We are about to begin here. Oh boy. It'll be 20-minute periods until a winning goal is scored. All overtime is played at 3-on-3 in terms of the regulations. So we'll see how it goes. But a lot of opportunity for this American team on the 3-on-3 to get some space, the time that they need. We'll see how it goes, but you can never count on anybody in this. This is going to be a wild one. OT Hype, let's go USA. Thank you, Spy. Appreciate that for the $10 donation. I appreciate that a ton. Can we get some love for them in the chat? I love that, right? To start out the overtime, too.
Let's go USA.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Thank you for the donation, though. I appreciate that a ton. We got 200 beauties in the stream right now. If you guys haven't hit that like button already, make sure you do so. We're at 68 likes right now. We need to get to 69 or else I will have to kill somebody in this stream. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. Somebody will die if you don't hit the like button. It's just like imagine there's the power to just randomly kill somebody. No matter where they are. Robin, 2:30 in the morning here. I bet most of the Finnish fans are getting tired. Yeah. I mean, I would be too. Absolutely. If there are any Finns in the chat, I hope you're having a great time. Good luck the rest of the way, man. This is gonna be crazy. Big face-off here to start the 3-on-3 overtime in the quarterfinal match between the U.S. and Finland, and it goes the Americans' way. Simard back to Hudson, and he'll collect in his own zone as it's Hudson, Hagens, and Simard to start out for the Americans. Loading it all up right there. Hey, we'll go for a little bit of a patient play here by Hudson. Back to Hagens, and he'll start the breakout. Hagens now back behind. We'll find Hudson for some speed. Hudson now bursts into the offensive zone all by himself. Goes for a sneaky shot, but Rimpinen. Class save there. 29 seconds in. Are you rooting for Slovakia or Canada? As an American, I am rooting for Slovakia, but also if it's Canada versus the U.S., that'd be a sick game. So I wouldn't hate that either. But yeah, if you guys are just dropping by, let us know your overtime score predictions. I got, again, Kiva Harju for the Finns, and for the Americans, Will Zellers. Swede voting for you, brothers, on the Finns. Hey, that's good to hear, Alfred. Good luck to the Swedes, by the way, in that semifinals. That's going to be a really interesting one. Face-off win by Stiga. Finds Chase Reed. That pass just a bit off center, though. And Riker Lee will go back to the neutral zone. Lee almost giving that puck up, but still able to steal it back. Entering the offensive end, but offside the play with 9:18 now left. Not a lot of momentum for either team in this overtime, but the Americans with a lot of the puck possession so far. Yeah, Chicolito, right now we're about 50 seconds into the first overtime. Hunzax, hello, this quarterfinal game has been an emotional roller coaster. Absolutely agreed. It has been crazy. Yeah, if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have a lot more World Junior stuff coming out. My rankings will be out after the World Juniors, but we also have streams coming up for the semifinals and the gold medal game. So you'd want to stick around for that if you're enjoying the emotion and the reactions so far. Couple of big hits leads to the Finns coming up. A potential 2-on-1 right there. Coming through is Saralainen, but a big block there by Reed. Now Stiga enters the zone in a 1-on-1 chance. Shooing away, trying to find Reed. Quick shot there and a big pad save by Rimpinen. Oh boy. Now Daniel Nieminen back in the Finnish end. Tries to jumpstart this attack for the Finns. With possession finally in this overtime period, Emil Hemming now up the rush. Using his speed by himself, now around the net. Trying to find an outlet here. He gets the loose puck. Now across. He's able to find... Ooh. Yeah, he's able to find Vavala, but a bit late on the pass there and back to the other side. Hey, Lev just upgraded the membership to full time. I appreciate that, big man. Can we get some love to Lev there? Not just for the donation, but the full-time membership. I appreciate that a ton. And yeah, you'll have a lot of... If you're becoming a member now, you have a lot of good backlog stuff to catch up on. But now the Finns come up. Miettinen trying to get around the space of Kleber. Pass now goes again. Levine Van Hanen. Now across. Whoa! They score! The Finns upset the U.S. and will erase their three-peat hopes. I'm pretty sure that was Artu Valava who got the shot there in the end. And in overtime, the Finns move on to the semifinals. What a shot off the rush, man. Unbelievable. I need to see that again because that was just a great swerve move right into the hash marks. Oh. Man. And the Finns, yet again, are the foil for the Americans. What a play started out there by Miettinen. He's able to get it across to Vaninen. Oh, was it? Oh, man. It was just a complete defensive breakdown by Hagens and Kleber right at the wrong time, but just an unbelievable shot. Great setup there by Van Hanen. And Valala makes no mistake there. Man. Man. What a shot. What a win for the Finns. Those back-to-back goals to regain the lead. Not backing down after the U.S. tied it. And the U.S. started out that OT with control. But the Finns stormed right back and are headed to the semifinals, upsetting the Americans and their potential three-peat. Wow. GG's in the chat to the Finns here. What a win, and that's just typical Finland versus US in a critical climactic game. Wow, what a shot. I mean, like, what can you even say? Like, that was just pure perfection there. And like I predicted in my World Junior Predictions video, the Finns take out the Americans in the quarterfinals. TML, give me a second to update the score, weirdo. But yeah, GG's to the Finns, man. That was a hard-fought battle, and that's exactly what the Finns do, man. When you think that they're out, they come right back, and they are able to get it done. Hey, as a Bruins fan, I'm proud of the tournament, Zellers and Hagens, especially Zellers. Yeah, for sure, Kyle. Like, he was unbelievable in this tourney. I mean, that tying goal, that great play, too. So, man. And Leia with a 5. Thank you so much. Someone already asked Sharona Govich in the Grav Discord if the game was rigged. Well, at least it's not Trinidad and Tobago like soccer about 10 years ago. Yeah, I know. Like, it was just Finland getting the job done for sure. Like, that's no problem there. Thank you for the $5, though, Leia. I appreciate that. Meanwhile, Canada's World Junior team has chosen to start Jack Ivakovic, and on that note, I plan to switch to that game. Canada go. I appreciate that, David, and appreciate all you guys dropping by so far. Crybaby. Hey, Canadian, you haven't won a gold medal in 2 years. You haven't got past the quarters in 2 years. Focus on your game later, bud. Why? I love the Finns too. Like I think the way they played the game today was they kept the game close too. That was the big thing. They never throughout this entire game they never let the Americans get more than a 1-goal lead. That was the biggest thing. That's what they needed to do. They kept this game close. The physicality was still there. Even though the U.S. for like 90% of that game really did a great job strangling Finland's transition game. All that matters in the end is what happens in the end, right? So. I think how the Finns played that was pretty much perfect, and especially with, again, them not having a Consta Hellenius this tournament, I think a lot of people were kind of doubting them heading into the year, but I think they did a great job being able to escape that. It helps that guys like Sarah on the center side have really stepped up in big ways. He was great in today and throughout his entire tourney, really, so he's been big time. Who do you have winning the whole tournament? Then, since you predicted this, just wondering, buddy, good call. Hey, I appreciate that, Forrest. And Vlad for the $10 donation. Thank you so much, man. Absolute legend here. I gotta say this before I forget. It's not Layup, it's Laugh. Not mad at all. Just correctly remember. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's just Laugh. Not mad at all.
Let's see.
Just correcting so you remember.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Also, hope to see you on the 13th for that
Yeah,
interview
so
we talked about.
Absolutely. I'll see you there, Laugh. I mean, or Laugh? 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 I don't know. Yeah, I think it would be, so if Canada, let me know in the chat, if Canada wins, would it still be Sweden, Czechia, and Canada, Finland, or would it be like Sweden, Finland, and Canada, Czechia? Hey, thank you, Cameron, for the 5. What takeaway should the USA have here? Great coverage on the tourney, Grab. Here's your reward. I appreciate that, Cameron. Thank you so much, buddy.
What takeaways should the USA have here? Great
Let's see.
coverage of this tourney, Grav. Here's your reward.
Let me get you as the last donator. Yeah, that's the thing, too, is that I think it's intriguing with this game because I don't even think you can fault them necessarily for, like, any one thing. Like, I don't think that Kemp played badly necessarily. And that was kind of my big worry heading into the tournament was their goaltending. But I think it was just defensive collapses at the wrong times. Like, especially that third goal. That third goal in front of the net, right in the slot, that was just a complete defensive mishap. I think Kleber kind of had some really rough moments in those last couple of goals versus the Finns, even though he played real well to start this game. So I think it was just like some defensive pinches, some just like tight little moments that the Finns were able to capitalize on. That's exactly what they do best, right? So there you go. Okay, so it would be Sweden versus Finland if Canada wins. Oh boy. Oh, that game is gonna be sick. That game is gonna be so good. So I'm hoping Canada does win in that case, because I need to see that. I need to see that. Because I'm sure that would be just unreal. The physicality and the bad blood, of course. And again, Lay with the 5. I appreciate that. I can send you a voice message in the Discord DM if you want the proper pronunciation. Again, don't sweat it. No, that's okay. I mean, when we do get the interview as well, I'm sure we'll figure that out. Hey, Rick, I appreciate that. Happy New Year as well. You as well, brother. I appreciate you hopping by. And thank you to everybody that's come on the stream so far. I appreciate that a ton. Really just crazy game. Rippin as well played real well, especially even though he allowed those goals. Like, he never allowed that 2-goal lead. You know what I mean? Again, I think for the Finns, that's exactly what they needed. But yeah. So all the Finns, GG's, absolutely. I'm rooting for you guys the rest of the way. If it's versus Sweden, that's going to be like my two babies going against each other, so we'll see. But again, the work that the Finns do, even if they are down by a Consta Helenius, for an example, you can never, ever count them out completely. Especially with the goaltending of Rimpinen. I mean, it's never a sure thing. Finns usually are just behind in talent, but every single year they upset. They have the mentality and fighting spirit some of the Swedish teams have lacked. Yeah, no, exactly, Robin. Like, that's they play so collectively as a unit. No matter, and that's the thing that's impressive. It's not just World Championships or World Juniors. Like, no matter the tournament, it seems like they always kind of band together and are better than the sum of their parts, which I always really like in terms of team structure. I think it's really fun to see that type of just like team spirit, and Finland always has that. Man, I'm so happy we got overtime though. That was wild. We've needed some more overtime at this year's World Juniors, so I'm very happy about that. By the way, I see a lot of people saying that it's a lock for Canada this year. Like, Sweden has not been playing unbelievable as of late. Though, if there is going to be like another favorite in that mix, it would be Canada. But also, the Finns have been playing pretty well, and they did a pretty good job strangling the U.S. and not, again, keeping them from getting a bigger lead. So we'll see how it happens. Again, as we see to this World Juniors, it's anybody's tournament, and they have the opportunity to do. Canada has the opportunity to win it, but I think anybody at this point. I mean, you can't count. If Canada goes on to win this game between them, Czechia, Sweden, and Finland, there's nobody out of that 4 that I think you can count out in any one way. That's the beauty of this tournament at times, but especially this year, it feels like it's as balanced as it's ever been. But yeah, that's the thing. As an American, as an American myself, I predicted them to win to lose in the quarters to Finland. So this is exact. Maybe I manifested this. Is it my fault? is this my fault actually? But I didn't have many expectations of this U.S. team, mostly because they didn't have quite the firepower to make up for some of those goaltending issues. And I honestly expected the defense to be a bit more complete in this tourney. But, oh, great chance there by Michael Hage. But I expected it to be a bit better for them throughout, but they just didn't quite have that edge that they needed. And goaltending, they were always shuffling it around, which just was always a problem. Even if Nick Kemp played well tonight, I still think if he was the starter full-time, that confidence issue was just continuing to be a problem. And just the cycle of goaltenders, no matter the situation, is just it was just always a bit icky. But at the end of the day, don't employ a Minnesota head coach. Don't do it. That's my tale for... That's my cautionary tale for the U.S. going forward. Don't ever do it. Never works out. It's almost 4 a.m. in Finland, and I think I woke up the whole neighborhood after I shouted so loud. Hey, Axie, I'm happy for you, brother. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And good luck the rest of the way, man. It's going to be a bloodbath, but I am so here for it. But thank you guys all for joining me today and being a part of such a fun, crazy game. Of course, we will be live for the semifinals as well as the gold medal game. So if you have enjoyed the reactions and want to see more like it, make sure that like button, hit that subscribe button. In terms of what we'll likely see, if the Canadians do win this game, I guess it'll be Sweden versus Finland and Canada versus Czechia. Let me know which game you'd rather me stream. Would you rather me stream the Canada versus Czechia game if that were to happen, or the Sweden-Finland game? If Slovakia wins this game, then somehow, then I would probably stream Sweden-Finland, no doubt. But I'm curious from your guys' perspective what you'd prefer more, because I'm here to stream with you guys at the end of the day. So whatever you guys prefer and want a bit more of, I'd be happy to be here for. Also, Robert with saying that he is going to donate the 5 memberships earlier for X scores. Right now he's on the ice, so I'm seeing if it happens. Oh, Perek, a great move. Oh, he almost did score, Robert. He almost did. That would have been hilarious, by the way. Hoping I didn't wake the neighbors as well. I mean, what can you do? It's the World Juniors, man. If you woke them up, you have a good reason for it. The Canada game from Riker. So yeah, maybe I'll make like a poll or something after tonight's game is done. Something like that. But we'll see. 3 fun games so far this quarterfinals. Yeah, we've been getting served so far with just treat after treat of these games. It's been awesome. Astro says Sweden, Finland. Yeah, I'll definitely make a poll at some point, but I'll let you guys know on that front. But thank you guys for joining me today. An absolutely insane game. But I hope to see you guys for some of the others throughout this tournament. And if you haven't, of course, already, hit that subscribe and hit that like button, hit the notification bell for more videos just like this. If you want to become a member, it's not too late. For just a couple bucks a month, you get exclusive videos every single week, as well as exclusive member polls to be a part of, and as well the exclusive members emojis as well to use in the chat, in the comments, wherever you want to do it. But a big thank you to all the members. Big thank you to everybody who donated tonight as well. I appreciate that so much. But I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope to see you guys in the big time semifinals. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic rest of the World Juniors, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye, folks.